array of beginners workshops that you can attend here at our studios and join our experienced designers and get a taste for this fabulous hobby. We will guide you through the basics to get you started making your own beautiful jewellery. Everyone is welcome in the jewellery making family, so start your jewellery making journey today.
I found Jewellery Maker by flicking through the TV one day and being absolutely astounded by the gemstones and the price. Obviously sceptical at first, but within days I'd ordered, never looked back. My first impressions were how friendly the channel is and feeling like being on the other side of the screen, you're still part of it. I enjoy the gemstones most about the channel, but also the presenters and the guest designers learning new techniques. Claire McDonald's my favourite guest designer. Her wire work is absolutely amazing, astounding. I love how the channel's evolved recently. I love the prices that we get, and the customer service is fantastic. Advice for somebody starting out in Jewellery Maker would be to have a little go at everything, see what you like, and then go with that, because you'll excel at whatever you're enjoying.
When you place your first order with Jewellery Maker, we'll send you a free DVD and booklet to help you get started. The booklet is jam-packed full of information on gemstones, tools, threading, materials and findings. There are step-by-step instructions on how to make bracelets, earrings and necklaces, and the DVD includes easy-to-follow video tutorials. So what are you waiting for? Start your jewellery making journey today.
Hello and welcome. You're watching Jewellery Maker. I'm Jenny Cleary and it is fantastic to have your company here today. I'm joined by a new guest designer to me. I know that you might have seen Hayley before, but to everybody that hasn't, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you the gorgeous guest designer that we have today. Her name is Hayley. Hello, good afternoon,
hello,
my darling.
How are you?
I'm great, and I love your designs. I've been outside and I've seen some of your kits. You've got two very different genres, haven't you?
Yes, yes. So it's actually been fun because sometimes you can get sort of trapped in one mindset, but it actually was good fun to kind of change the tone through the making.
Well, I think it's going to keep the show really exciting for everybody at home today as well, because it's giving you, if you've never jewellery made before, it's going to give you an insight in two different types of things that you can do. We have got loads and loads of treats for you today. Again, I have got the most amazing kit, big fat gemstones, amazing bare copper. If those are things that you love, then stay tuned. If they're not, I've got more for you, so stay tuned. Just don't go anywhere. I've probably got gossip. Max is here, got some dirty gossip on her. Let's get straight. Let's get straight. Mags is my lovely camera girl today. She's actually a director by trade, aren't you, Mags? and a poet by trade, I think. Poetic. I've got some gorgeous cords for you. And these are all in really earthy colours. Definitely sort of desert tones, I think. They're Zari cords that I haven't actually seen before. They're really nice, aren't they? They've got a metallic sheen. They're like all glittery and gorgeous. And I think if you make a braid out of these, it's going to look instantly pretty because you've got the sparkles from them. Let's have a look at the gauge. So you've got, we've got 125 metres. I'm not sure on the gauge. Have you got the gauge information, producer Philip? I'm going to say it's about 0.5 millimetre. I'd guess about 0.5 millimetre. I love these colours, do you? Think about what mediums we can actually use these for. Are you a crafter? Are you a jewellery maker? What sort of thing do you do? Because I think these are going to span across your crafts. I think these are going to be great for any of our braiding techniques, such as our macrames, our kumihimos, plaiting. It's going to be wonderful for that, isn't it? I definitely think these are going to make wonderful dream catchers in these colours, mixing them with different mediums, your feathers, your polymer clays, your resins. But I think these are going to be perfect to crochet with too. They're a great on a lovely reel, and there's a great amount to crochet with. And I know when I crochet, I prefer to crochet off a reel because it keeps it tidy. Otherwise, I get tangled up. £14.95 for 5. When you think about the fact that each one of these got 125 metres in it, unfortunately, I'm not blessed with the skills of Vorderman, so I don't know what 5 times 125 metres is. But Philip, my producer, it's in the clue's in the title. The clue's in the title, everyone. 125 blooming metres. 125 metres of this fantastic cord. Loving these colours. It's Friday. Have you got the Friday feeling? Come shopping with us here today at Jewellery Maker, because this at £14.95 isn't your price tag. We're going to give you an even better deal. Would you like them? Do you love them? Philip's naughty. £4.95 is our price tag. You know what? Get yourself shopping with us today. You can do it on the phone lines 0800 644 655. You can do it on the website, all the w's.jewellerymaker.com. Or if you haven't done so already, download our app in your usual app stores. Your code is right on your screen. It's DPGC07. These are going to go on and on and on, and Ariston, like that advert from the 80s. £4.95 is your price tag. It's a tiny price tag. What can you buy for less than a £5 these days? I can't even go through the drive-through. Well, I shouldn't do anyway. I shouldn't. You know when you put your underwear on and it's starting to make dents in you, that perhaps you shouldn't be going around that drive-through anymore. That's happening to me right now. £4.95, much wiser for you to spend it on this deal. I love these colours. Jewellery Makers, get involved with us here today. Post on our Facebook page. Send us a text message. 60777 is our text message number. Your normal rates will apply. We don't charge you any extra, but on the, I sound like that, like when there's a radio advert, when they're like terms and conditions applies. I could do that job because I'm fast enough for it, aren't I? Give me 7 energy drinks and away I go. You can text us. 60777 is the number to text. Make sure you put the word JM Studio before the rest of your text. And you can do it in an accent like that, and then send us a text message. Have you ever seen Hayley before? Because I've never seen Hayley before. I want to know everything about her. I'm going to get every little ounce of gossip out of her. I'm going to be like, what's that smarmy man who gets everything out of everyone? What's his name? Piers Morgan. That's what I'm going to be like. I'm going to be Piers Morgan. You don't know you've made it in TV until you've been torn apart by Piers Morgan. DBG C07 is that. I can go, look at you all. You're all going cray-cray for this. Bernice, hello to you. Elizabeth, hello to you. Claire and Hilda. Farah, you've got 2. Mary, you've got yours. Mal, collector in Essex. Mandy in Essex, 2 for you. Linda, you've got 2. Loads of you are shopping with us. Petra, Bernice, Elizabeth, Karen, Emma, Barbara, Debbie from Bedfordshire, and Debbie from County Durham. What are you up to today, Jewellery Makers? What's your #1 song, I want to know, on your playlist? #1 song on your playlist. You're driving. Because I confuse myself when I'm driving to work because I have such a mixed genre of music on my... And I think it's confusing. If I ever, like, accidentally, keeled over and someone went through my music app, I think they'd get very confused by it. £4.95. The Dubliners, followed by Fetty Wap. DPG C07. It makes no sense. This is why I feel all weird today. I feel all weird. I even had a bit of Rod Stewart. We are sailing in the car. I did. But then again, back to Fetty. £4.95. I love that song. It reminds me of my mum. My mum always closes her eyes and throws her head in the air when she's singing. Does your mum do that? Does your mum do that, Mags? Throw your head in the air, close your eyes and sing. No, my mum does this. We are sailing. The funky chicken, obviously, Jenny. How does that, what? Da, 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 da. Yeah, but the thing is with songs like that, you're driving and you want to be going, it could be dangerous. Be careful whilst playing the funky chicken in your car, Jewellery Makers. I'm going to give you some wire. That's how they say it around here because we're filming in Redditch. We're going to give you 10 metres of 0.8. Which colour should I do first, Philippe, my producer? Both in the deal? Phil and I, like professionals, have been in a meeting for 2 hours. So it's like, I've been like this for 2 hours. And now I've been unleashed. Me and Phil are like, we're like kids who've been restrained in an assembly for 2 hours. And now we're out, we're ready. The beasts have been released. Have a look at what I've got for you now. I have got some gorgeous gold wire, and I've got the rose gold colour as well. 0.8 is your gauge. Loads you can do with 0.8, isn't there, Phil? Too many genres, too many items to mention, but loads. And the thing about 0.8 wire is it's got structure. So anything you want to create with structure, nice strength, you can make, you know, such as a jump ring, which is a finding, if you didn't already know, but it's also really malleable, so it's not as thick and as strong. It's not as thick and as strong as your 1 millimetre. It's a bit more malleable than that. Your 0.8 can be twisted together, and you could use it as an anchor wire to do your weaves. This is an example of Phil being restrained in an assembly type meeting for 2 hours and being released. He hasn't had any lunch. He feels like his brain has got a million questions. And what's he going to do? He's going to press the £3.95 button out of protest, if nothing else. £3.95. FCG C70 is your item code. Gorgeous gold, gorgeous rose gold. You've got 10 metres to the reel, and little goes a very long way with wire at £3.95. If you've never used wire before, this is a great medium to start with because of its malleability, but also because of all of the things that you can create out of wire. If you're curious, drop us a text message and ask us a question, any question whatsoever. No such question as a stupid question. You do get a 30-day money-back guarantee with everything that you shop with us here at Jewellery Maker, shop for with us here at Jewellery Maker. And it's 1 p.m. all day, so you pay the £2.95, and that is a basket price tag for the whole day right up until midnight tonight, £3.95. Get yourself shopping. I know sometimes you'll enter a queue on the phone lines when we give you a crazy deal like this. Stay where you are. It is free phone if you're dialing from the UK. If not, get it on the website, but make sure you do check out your baskets. This is just an example of one of Phil's crazy deals today. You need to stay with us, because it's Friday, we're partying. We're going to kick this weekend off with a bang is what's going to happen. £3.95. Kerry on floor today, and cameras on directing. You're looking very pretty today. I like your elephant top. She's just got back from, look, she's bought me a cup of tea because she's lovely like that. Thank you. Love you. Thank you. £3.95? Has he gone mad? Yes, he's got rats in his mind. How much is that? 20p a metre? Crazy. Crazy. Hayley, my love, yes. Are you a wire worker by trade?
I'm not an amazing wire wrapper like some of the designers are here, but you can't get by making jewelry without using wire. It's one of those essential pieces of equipment, or kit. So I have it in every colour, every gauge. Yeah, so when there's a bargain, I'll snap it up.
Do you know, Hayley, you just made such a great point. You don't have to be the world's best wire worker. No one's asking you to go for the Rachel Norris Prize of Distinction. But actually, what Hayley has just said, you know, you don't get too far in jewellery making without having to use wire. It's there, it's an essential, and when you see a deal like this, because you know at some point in your jewellery making career, you are going to need wire, grab it. £3.90 measly £5. Tiny price tag, teeny weeny. Make sure you are checking out baskets. So many of you are multi-buying this one. I think it's probably going to sell out in the next couple of minutes, Philippe. Do I fancy a star buy straight away? Do I? Does my hair look like I've come from an 80s throwback party? The answer's yes, Philip. It's time for a star buy. I have a strand really similar to this that I wear every single day. Now, do you know what? We last couple of months, you've seen quite a lot of Spinel. Then suddenly, Spinel drought. Everybody's going mad. We need Spinel. Have a look at what I've got for you. So you don't talk like that. That's my brain, not yours. Have a little look. Have a little look at this strand. Now I'm going to show you a bracelet that I wear every day that I show you all the time. Sorry if you're bored of it, but you might not have seen it, in which case you're not bored of it. I wear this Spinel every day. It was in the swimming pool with me when I was in Marbs last week. Did I mention? It was in the bath with me last night. Had a nice bubble bath. It was in the shower with me this morning. It's on me all the time. And why do I love Spinel, black Spinel? First of all, it looks absolutely cracking with whatever you put it with, I reckon. Black Spinel. Look at that colour. It's so glossy. It's so gorgeous. It doesn't matter if you can't afford loads of black diamonds, because I think the performance you get from the gemstone that is black Spinel is lustrous, is sparkling, and it always looks fresh. And the great thing about having a genuine gemstone strand, there's nothing wrong with glass, there's nothing wrong with putting polymer clay on, there's nothing wrong with wearing resin, there isn't. I love all of those. But the joy of a genuine gemstone is it's not going to get cloudy, it's not going to tarnish, it's not going to get scratchy like glass or crystal. If it gets wet, it's not a gremlin situation, you know? It's not like the gremlins, don't feed them after midnight, don't get them wet. These are absolutely gorgeous every day. You wear them and they work so well. So the Spinel I've got here is smaller. You're getting the larger strand. But what a great stacker bracelet. I think I'm going to make myself a little stretchy out of this one. £9.95 for Spinel. That is such a great price tag. He ain't having it. He ain't having it. Oh, we should put Phil in the corner more often. He's come out fighting. £6.95 for Spinel. Listen, a couple of months ago, Spinel strands like this were going for £12.95. I don't know what's happened. Look how great it looks together with the Tanzanite. I just don't think it matters. Are you an intricate bead weaver? Do you love the bead loom? I love the bead loom. Do you like to do braiding techniques such as kumahimo? You can add in your gemstones with that braiding technique, with your micro macrame, which is another braiding technique. You can make beady beads out of this. You can do wiggle weaves. If you are shopping with us for the first time or a new customer, you will get a DVD that teaches you things like a beady bead, things like a ladder weave. You can do that with these, and ladder weaves look awesome with the little gemstones because it's so sparkling. You make just such a cute little bracelet. SHG P03, loads of you shopping with us here today. Don't forget to check out your baskets. Oh my goodness, we're gonna have such a cracking show today. Phil and I. We like working together, Phil and I. We got Rai in our ears, who's my director. Should we have a look at the crew in their box? This is the crew in their box, but there they are, gallery cam. There they are, look at their beautiful little faces. SHGP03. Of course, we got the girls here and all. We got the girls here too. You've seen Kerry delivering tea. You know about Mags, she's there. She's there. I've got Hayley to my right. SHGP03 is your item code. Get yourself on the phone lines and on the website if you haven't done so already. These are gorgeous, aren't they? So many of you shopping with us today. Let me say a great big hello to Gertrude, who has 2. John's got 4. Steady on, John. Jewellery Maker in Buckinghamshire, 2 for you. Edwina's got 2 as well. Sue's got 2 as well. Sari, you've got yours. Rosemary, Kathy, Jacqueline, Thadslyn, Yvonne, Judith, Maggie, Ruthie, Maura, Hazel, Karen, Shell, Evelyn, you've got yours. Paulie, you've got 2. Lindsay, you've got yours. Stephen, you've got yours. Adele's got 2 in Flintshire. Darling, sounds very posh in Flintshire. Pat in Essex, 2 for you. Collector in Florida. Who is not jealous of that collector in Florida? Not only is she in Florida, but she's jewellery making in Florida. I know. Hey, life goals. Collector in Florida is ticking the box of life goals. Margaret in Merseyside, she probably is as well. Tracy in New South Wales, as in New South Wales in Australia. You're shopping from New South Wales. I go there all the time, Tracy. I do. I go there like every 3 months. It's beautiful. French's Forest, you know it. £6.20. I get my New Zealand accent and my Australian accent mixed up sometimes. I'm aware of it. It's a work in progress. SHGP03 is your item code. Hayley is from South Africa.
That's where I grew up, yes. Yes.
You're so lucky.
Also, the accent often mistaken for Australian.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
My friend is from Zimbabwe, Zim, and she says things like that make me laugh, like shame.
Yes.
Ah, shame. Do you say that?
Yes, we do.
And you're right, brew? Do you say brew?
No brew.
Yeah? No brew, you don't say brew.
Sometimes.
Does it mean mate, friend?
Yes, it's a bit like friend, but it's more kind of a bit of a silly, oh brew, yeah, my mate, yeah, it is.
I love it. I love it. £6.95. You're still shopping for this. Just absolutely love it. Do you know what? I'm going to leave that with you. We do have a few still available, so don't you worry. I'm going to give to you our first kit with Hayley, and I've not worked with Hayley before. I'll be thinking of various nicknames to be given to you, Hayley, no doubt. Hayley, tell us a bit about yourself. Do you have a family? Where do you live? Tell me everything.
I live in London.
Whereabouts?
Southwest London.
Right.
So near Wimbledon and Clapham, between the two.
I know.
And no family, no kids. So
pets, dogs?
No, because I live in a small flat.
Oh, you live in London, don't you?
Yeah. So, but it's on my wish list.
I might buy you a hamster.
I had one once. I had to bury it.
What about a fish?
Yeah.
I feel like you need someone to talk to.
I do need a dog.
You do?
So my ambition is to leave London soon.
To have a dog?
Yes.
You can come to my house. It's not far from your house.
Have you got a dog?
Yeah, cats, horses. You can just help me with them.
Fantastic, I'm there.
You don't even have to take your own then. Just use mine.
I like it.
Use mine.
I'm in.
Now, let's look at this gorgeous... First of all, my eyes are drawn to all this gorgeous copper. And then I see these massive gemstones. You're going to love what Hayley's done with hers. So I'm going to give you these findings first, because I've not seen these and I'm quite excited by these. They're J hooks, and you get 10 pairs of them, and they're all bare copper. Have a look at these, my lovers. I love these. So you get 10 pairs. Well, actually, so you get 10 of each of these. Right, whether you're going to see them as pairs, those are just where the joins have been soldered on, which you'll get on some of them, just to give them a little brush off if you don't like the effect. I quite like it because it seems... And do you know what? These are findings that are going to be great for your steampunk pieces. Steampunk is a genre in crafting. If you haven't seen it, just go to... you know, your little searchy engine thing, type in the word steampunk, loads of stuff comes up. And I really like it. So these could be quite steampunky. I love all the detail on these findings as well. Now, you're also going to get, gunmetal wire. Really high-pitched voice standing on a bagpipe. Have I ever seen gunmetal wire? I've never seen it. Never in my life. I've never seen the gunmetal wire. 0.4 millimetres into gauges is. I love it. This is my new favourite wire. Have you seen this, Jewellery Makers? Can you text me in, please? 60777 is the way to do it. That's the number. Text me in. Have we had gunmetal wire? Have you seen it, Roy? Roy's seen it. He's seen it once, he said.
Yes.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I worked with it a couple of weeks ago. Yeah.
I love it. Love the effect of it. It's so industrial, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it could be quite, it's quite sexy actually. Quite medieval because of the pewter colour.
Yes.
It's nothing as sexy as a man in armour, Mags. There isn't.
A glimpse into your life here.
Yeah. A glimpse into my life says. Yeah, I mean, you can do anything to a man in armour, and he's in armour, so you just carry on. Now, throw apples, don't do that, that's a joke. Now, 0.5 is not a get, 0.5 what? No, 0.4. 0.5 is the part. 0.4 is your wire, so a great wire in terms of being able to weave with it. And I'd want to weave with this one because it gives you that fabulous effect. You can gizmo coil with it and all sorts. Now, I'm also going to give you some bare copper wire. 10 metres of 1 millimetre. When I see bare copper wire, I think Gemma Crow, I think Sammy the Wire Bender Fletcher, who's on tomorrow. And we're coming from the same shire tomorrow. I'm actually staying 2 houses down from Sammy the Wire Bender's house now. So Sammy, if you're watching, I'll meet you in the fields tonight for a dog walk. Literally across the field from my mum's house. That's where she lives, and I'm going to stay at my mum's tonight. if I open the door and go, oh, Sammy, she would hear me. Now, I'm also, Sammy is one of our guest designers here. She is on tomorrow. She's great with wire. Have a look at this. I love these sheet metals. I think they're fantastic. One brushed, very Italian. That's not an Italian accent. I'm going to work on that. It's very Italian to have that brushed metal effect. And I think it gives you, well, it gives you a completely different look. So if your look is shiny, like C3PO out of his oil bath, I love that. I always want to own something as shiny as C3PO out of his oil bath. Then this is your look. Really easy to cut with your tin snips. You can also get your little saw out as well. There's loads you can make with this. We will be talking. If you're thinking, what is all this stuff? How do I do it? Don't panic. Don't panic, 'cause that's what Hayley's here for. I'm here to show you. Hayley's the doer, I'm the shower. Now, look at these. All three you've never seen before. You're going to want all of them. First of all, they sound amazing when they clink together. I'm a lover. Look at these. Graduated bars of lushness, icicles perhaps. How fantastic are these? How long is this strand, for goodness sake? I've got loads on here. I'm going to give it a little, it's not telling me, but I have got 680. Right, I will measure it, but I need you to know that normally we give you a guaranteed minimum. Every time in the last couple of weeks I've been measuring stuff, we've had an extra couple of centimetres. So it might be that we're promising you less. It's not a bad thing, Ryan, to get more for your money. I'm a definite believer in that. I've got 39 centimetres, so I'm going to say that we're guaranteeing a 38 centimetre strand, I'd say. And then I've got, you're going to love these. I just want to prong set these ones into a ring, or I want to make a gemstone piano out of these and tickle the ivories away until the early hours. Have a look at the colour. That colour. Oh, could you tell me, Philip, where these were mined? I knew it. Are they natural? They're from Afghanistan, and this is so important because we know, I mean, we're pretty all aware. I'm not allowed to talk about stuff like that because I'm not, you know, clever enough, or qualified. But we know that there's things going on in Afghanistan which make it not, you don't really want to go on holiday there right now. There's stuff going on. And so to have the gemstones from there, you have to get to the mine on horseback. And it's not an easy trek to go into Afghanistan. We know this, we're aware of this, aren't we? So to have some of Afghanistan's finest gemstones is just such a privilege, it's such a treat. And you know something, like I love kunzite from Afghanistan, it's my favourite. Like, I just find the quality the best. Personally, I think it's the best. So you've got these amazing lapis lazuli piano keys. And then, you want to see the whole strand out? You don't have to ask me twice, Philip. Look at this. Oh, look at the graduate. Do you know you could do something so Egyptian with this? And it is an Egypt. Do you know the Egyptians loved lapis lazuli and turquoise, and at one point the ancient Egyptians actually regarded lapis and turquoise higher than they regarded gold, of all things. I mean, incredible. Black agate nuggets. We haven't seen these before. We haven't seen any of these before, and I haven't seen these long. Oh, they're not really nuggets. They're long chips, if you please. Yeah, are we all in agreement? We're all in agreement with that here in Inch Studio in Gallery. So you have got, to recap, you've got your three wonderful strands. You've got your beautiful findings that I'm in love with. Rai's got a photo of everything as if by magic. 2 sheet metals, and let me give you the diameters of that. You've got the brushed one, they're both 6 by 6, and they're both 0.6, 0.5 millimeters in thickness. ODG, C19 is your item code. Now, you should be paying £60. Can I just say, £60.60. If you were, and I mean, I'm not recommending you do this, no, I'm not. But if you were channel hopping, and there was a craft hour on the show, and you saw a kit like this, I think you'd be paying it off in 3 goes. I think it'd be way more expensive than this. If you went into that store, you know, where everything, all this craft stuff, it's fantastic, I love it in there. There's stuff everywhere, sometimes they have little sessions. You wouldn't get, I don't think you get really kits like that. You'd have to buy it all individually. Really impressive. So we're competitive at 60/60. But it's not for Phil, that price tag. It's not for him. It's for you. £34.95 for you to get with the gemstones. Don't forget, these are, here, of course you can see the gemstones, so you can. £34.95. You've got the gemstones, you've got the metals, you've got the wires, you've got the findings. The value you're seeing is phenomenal. You're going to be blown away by Hayley's designs. Hayley's going to really inspire you. If you've never seen jewellery made out of any of these mediums before, then hold your reins tight. We're about to kick on forward and you're going to see some beautiful designs that are going to inspire you this Friday. And you know what, perhaps you're shopping with us today and thinking, oh, the last day of the week where we're lying in if you've got kids, because back to the old school run on Monday. It's so nice not to actually have to do that school run. 34.9. If my kids didn't drive me so mad, perhaps I'd have them at home and teach them. Actually, no, I'm not qualified to do that. I'm not qualified to do that. We're going to go on over to Hayley. And we are going to see all of Hayley's gorgeous jewellery. And you're about to be very inspired. Hayley, it's really nice to work with you for the first time today.
It's good to be here.
And I love that you're in yellow.
Thank you.
It's a sunny, happy colour.
Exactly.
Talk to me about your jewellery making career, Hayley. How did you start to become a jewellery maker?
It started way back before, excuse me, when I was a child. Always, you know, twiddling away and fiddling away. But when I had travelled and partied, and I thought, well, I better start growing up and doing something serious. And the only thing I really wanted to do was to create. So I went and did some jewellery making courses, sat at a silversmith's bench and thought, I'm in love. So since then it's been an ongoing process for over 13 years, and it's been everything from costume jewellery, fine jewellery, which is what I'm focusing on now, and I work for big brands for myself. Yeah, and teaching.
Big brands that are out there?
High street brands, yes.
So you were making jewellery for them, or you were buying jewellery for them?
Both designing and making gets done in the Far East and in factories abroad, but mostly designing, yeah.
Your credentials are amazing. I love the fact. So Hayley has done something, is doing something that perhaps we're all aspiring to do. Creating for a high street jeweller or a high street company. She's designing things and then her designs get sent away to be made. This is huge for all of us. And what a massive inspiration Hayley can be to... Hayley, I'm loving that you've got this incredible background in jewellery. It's fantastic. And are you currently still doing things? Are you still working in jewellery?
Yes, I still work in jewellery. I now mostly teach, or I do commissions and bespoke pieces for clients. So
I think for a lot of our customers, Hayley, this is what they themselves want to do. So if you've got any questions for Hayley about your jewellery making career, please send them in either on our Facebook page or give us the text. Give us the text, it's 60777. Here's how you do it. I love this. So Hayley is super inspiring, isn't she? Now let's have a look at Hayley's designs, and you know what, Hayley's got one kit here which has huge gemstones and fantastic mediums, and I love the versatility of this kit. The next kit we're going to be focusing on the fine jewellery, so you're going to get the very best, I think, out of all of Hayley's qualities today. Big statement, gorgeous piece. I think this can be worn with a bandeau dress, with a maxi bandeau dress. I think this can be worn over the top of a jumper. I think there's so... Listen, I've got to show you what Hayley's done out of the sheet metal because it's outstanding. Did you find the sheet metal easy to work with?
The gauge is brilliant because, like you said, you can cut it with your tin snips, but you can actually cut it with some heavy-duty scissors as well.
Oh, really?
So it's really accessible, yeah.
So great for anybody who's never, ever used this medium before.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm going to show you how to do that later in a moment.
I love the ring.
Yep.
I love the way the ring is enveloping over the top of the gemstone. I love these designs. Big fan of yours, Hayley, already. Only just met you, and I think I'm falling in love with you. Have a look.
Options are open.
Let's go to Vegas now.
Hey.
Have a look. Have a look at this. Do you know what? Just doing the simplest stranding. Did you use a different kind of elastic, or did you use our elastic? Do you tend to go for the thicker ones?
It was a Jewellery Maker elastic.
And you were happy with the thickness of the elastic with the weight of these gemstones?
With the weight, absolutely fine, because it was a 1 mil gauge elastic. But also the holes on those gems are really generous, so actually it threads really well.
Perfect. So you could use lots of different threads. Let's have a look at the big statement pieces as well. I love this. I love very contemporary designs, really pretty, really powerful designs actually, aren't they? Really artsy. And do you know what I love? You know, Hayley, you're living in the middle of London right now, and you can see all these fresh trends that are coming around that are there right now in London, and then they tend to sort of go across the rest of Great Britain. We all know London, Paris, New York, Milan, don't we? Your biggest inspirations ever. So Hayley's bringing that to the table. Also, absolutely huge experience. I love this. $34.95. If you love it too, you need to be checking out baskets, otherwise this one will go. It is quite a limited kit. Hayley, you're going to give us a demonstration on
of the little blue ring.
The little blue ring.
Yeah, so that's my favourite piece too, actually.
Yeah, I love that.
And it's super simple to make. Sorry, I just took that out of...
Don't worry. Yank it out.
Yeah, so it's super simple to make. All it is...
If you show it to Mags, then we'll be able to see it at home. There we go.
One piece of the sheet and then folded and bent and what have you. So I'm really excited and keen to show you how to cut that up. The trickiest bit really is measuring it up.
Okay.
So what you need to do is obviously measure your ring size, and all you really need is a piece of wire. So I've actually got one that I pre-cut.
Is this to measure
your ring size? The beauty of this ring is that you don't need to get it perfect because it's an open back ring. So even if it's not...
So it's fully adjustable?
Yeah, you can adjust it. So actually it's better to cut it slightly smaller so you can squeeze it rather than too big. I've cut myself a little piece of wire and I'm just going to wrap that around my finger. Now, when you're measuring a ring, the broader the ring, the tighter it feels on the finger. And I'm obviously using a small piece of wire here, which means it won't feel quite so tight. But because we've got the option to squeeze it at the back, it'll be fine. So there we go. I've got my piece of wire, and I know that that's the length, more or less, of how long I want my ring to be. Okay. So what I'm also using as a gauge is the stone. So I've picked one of those lapis because I absolutely love those.
Them. They're big in the fashion world, lapis lazuli.
Yeah, they're huge, and blue, that kind of royal blue is really, you can use it in the summer and in the winter, so it's brilliant. So they're quite nice, chunky widths, so I'm going to use that as a width gauge as well. Using a Sharpie or a pencil, I'm just going to draw that.
Other markers are available.
Beg your pardon, yes. Okay, and then I'm just going to use it as a guide. Now, obviously, with a marker pen, you can actually, it'll rub off once you start to clean it up. So there's the basics. Okay, so your stone's going to be in the middle, and these will be the bands that wrap around the hand, not around the gemstone at this point. Exactly. So now, to measure the bits on the side here, you want to know the height of your stone. So I know that this is 5 mil high, more or less. You could obviously have a ruler, but I'm just going to estimate. I also want to make sure that I'm not going to, my claws, as they are known, the bits that are being folded over, aren't going to swallow up the whole piece of stone. So I'm going to make them slightly shorter, and I'm going to have them just in the middle of the stone there. There we go. Okay. So 5 mil is the depth of my stone. Then I'm actually going to add on another 5 mil for the bit that folds over the top. But because we've got really rounded corners, I've actually got to allow for those, because when we bend, that will take up a bit of the length. So 5 mil plus 5 mil is 10 mil, plus another 1 mil and another 1 mil for that. So 12 mil. So 5, 10, and a bit extra. Okay, if you an extra for luck, you can cut it back if it's too long. Okay, and there we go. And I'm going to do another flap on the other side. There we go. All right. So
before you go on, I'm going to bring. I've got the hole punch. I've got to do these, Phil. I've been waiting for these for ages. Have you got these? They are amazing.
I've been waiting for them actually. Yes, I'm desperate to get some.
These will probably sell out today, knowing the history of them. They are fantastic. And I mean fantastic. Have I got a little bit of scrap that I can... Have you ever used them? I want to show everybody.
I have used one, and actually they'd be perfect for the cuff that I've made over
Can I show everybody? Do you mind if I do that? So, to make a hole in your sheet metal, well, in loads of things, there's different mediums you can use this with your sterling silver sheets that we've got. I've got the 2 different sizes. Do I get both, do I, Phil? So what you would do is you just place, you bring that up to the top, and I've got the 1.5mm hole that I want to make here. I'm going to pop that there, so this is inside, and then I'm just going to screw down. When I can feel that it's in, which is now, I feel the resistance, I can pick that up now.
and I can just screw, 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 screw. And I keep going down until it's all the way through, and I know because the it popped out the bottom, so I know that that's it. Now it will literally make the lightest work, and there was hardly any pressure needed.
So need one of
it's
those.
so good. These are so good. I need you to know that these do sell out, so I've got the perfect hole there. At the price we're about to do, your socks might get blown off your feet, so hold on. I've got the 2 gauges, well, the 4 gauges actually, because both give 2 gauges. One of your tools gives 1.5 millimeters and 2 millimeters. The other tool gives 3.2 and 4 millimeters. Should be £17.90 together. We are about to give you a better than half price deal. I don't really know why this is happening. It is £6.95. Ridiculous. These will sell out today. BCG C84. They go out of. These are one of those items that go out of stock again. And so many of you, and so many times, we as presenters and designers get frustrated because we want to use these things, and we're using things on air, and we're saying, "Oh, I'm really sorry, we haven't got them because they're so popular." This is one of those products. These are so popular. Your punch and punch. Double metal punches. Was it going to be Punch and Judy? Is that why you called it that? Loads of you there. Leslie, Melanie, Collector in Greater Manchester, Susan, Tina, Christina, literally loads of you there. We don't have loads in comparison to how many of you are going to buy. You need to be very quick. We're going to go back to the demonstration. I will leave this on the screen until it sells out. Sorry, Hales.
That's all right. I want one of those.
Do you? I know. Everybody says that because they're brilliant.
Yeah. All right.
Right,
Okay.
where were we?
So, now that is a bit rough, but I'm just going to show you how easy it is to cut it out actually.
To recap, we have made our design on our sheet metal.
Yes.
We've measured it against our hand with some wire. We've then put the stone into the centre, and we're now at the point where the cutters have come out.
So I do have tin snips that I'm going to use to cut it, but I'm going to show you with a pair of scissors how easy it is to cut this.
Do they need to be a brand new pair of sharp scissors, do you
No,
think?
these are some craft scissors that I've had for years. I take them to craft workshops, and it's because of the thickness of this sheet. I mean, it's not as easy as it is with the tin snips, but
it's
it does
doable.
work. There you go.
And we've all got scissors at home, haven't we?
Yeah. I wouldn't use your best fabric scissors, but there, look at that.
So you get a nice clean snip.
Clean snip.
Keep the bits that you are cutting away, because these are enough to make other rings,
Absolutely.
other pieces.
So, tin snips to hand, and I'm going to cut that out. There you go.
Tin snips go through it like butter. We
Yeah,
do have tin
absolutely.
snips available here at Jewellery Maker. Check our stock availability on our website, which is jewellerymaker.com.
So here's one I prepared earlier, just for the speed of our for the project, and I have actually done a few fun things with this. Excellent. Here we go.
I've got the hammers in which you can make a little bit of an indentation or a little bit of texture. Now, actually, we have a look here. If you could just lift it up and show this to Mags. I'll pop those out of the way.
Thank you.
The texturization, if you just tilt it forward, then there we go, you can see that. That's done by one of these hammers. A little bit of a rounded edge. You could go for the smaller one or the larger one.
Yes. Yeah, you could play around.
I've got the 2 hammers for you. Oh, we've still got some Punch and Judy. We'll get, sorry. Right, we've still got some punch and punches left. How many have we got left, Phil? We've only got 10 left, so not a lot. You do need to check out your baskets. Right now, let's get hammered. Have a look.
It's Friday.
Often said by me on a Friday night, or in fact any night. Have a look. You've got the 2 ball pin hammers, and you can see they're both at different sizes. And I'm going to turn around, and that's for your work hardening. That's for flattening your wire. £12.90 for the 2. Oh, I get a steel block as well. Fair play. Do you know
3
what?
of those.
Yeah. You get the steel block. Feel how heavy that is, and we post that for £2.95.
That's unbelievable. You couldn't get that in the jewellery supplier for that, just for the block. Yeah, that's amazing.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, Hayley, the days of you going to that jewellery supplier are over, my darling, because we're about to do this. £7.95.
Wow.
For all of this. Where would you, before you shopped at Jewellery Maker, where did you get all your gubbins from?
There are some industry suppliers in Birmingham and in London, and yeah, they're the go-to places for all jewelers, to be honest, for tools and findings, what have you. But yeah, they are not as competitive. I have to say.
Sneaky little jewellery maker come along, and we're like, we can do better.
Yep.
Plus, we give you a 30-day money-back guarantee. The quality, we can stand right behind this. USG C67. Let's get back to demo. Get back to demo.
So as you will now have your own hammer and steel block.
Your steel block's tiny compared to mine.
Yes, I know. And I paid
I don't
double
like
the
to
price.
I don't like to gloast or show off, but mine's bigger than yours.
Jolly good. All right. So I have a chasing hammer here, which is it's a rounded edge, which is the same as what you'd be getting 2 of in that set. So I've already hammered mine, but just to show you, when you're holding a hammer, the best way to do it is to hold the very end of the handle and gently tap.
And that's because you get the best
leverage.
Yeah, and it's all in the wrist,
It's
like
all in
golf,
the wrist.
isn't it? It's all in the wrist.
Absolutely.
Oh no, that's all in the hips in golf, isn't it? In hammering, it's all in the wrist.
Absolutely. So, and also when you're hitting, make sure that you cover the whole area. Now, what I have done here is I've only hammered the bit that's going to go around the finger. And the reason why I haven't hammered the bit that's going to fold over the ring is because we'll end up work hardening it, and it will be jolly hard to set the stone.
To bend it. And also it gives it a nice contemporary edge, and I like the metallic luster you get from it. Yeah, it's a lovely contrast.
Yeah, you can still hammer this, but then if you did need to bend it over, it's a bit trickier, but also you might need to do something called annealing, which is a softening process of the metal, which we won't be able to do on the show. So I've hammered that, and then when you hammer, sometimes you get some really rough, fluffy edges, but also from the cutting, they're pretty rough as well. So if you want to file it back, using the flat side of a file or a flat file, I always file in one direction only because that saves the actual file itself, and also it's more productive to do it that way. Instead of just filing a lumpy bit, file over the whole edge, and basically you're bringing all the high points down to the low, and I'm going to slowly start to curve down and soften down that rounded bit there. Okay, so I've done that with the big flat file, and I've done it all the way around the whole thing. But actually, when you use the big flat file, you still get a slightly beveled edge. So I've brought in my little needle file.
I've got those.
Hey, there we go.
It's like we planned this, isn't it? It's almost like we planned it. If you're at home going, I haven't got those things, stop. Don't worry, I've got them for you. There's nothing worse, is there? When everyone's like, oh, I want the... Now, you've got to remember the kit. Those strands are exclusive to the kit. Sorry to interrupt you,
That's all right. Go for it.
But I've got to. Now, I've got a 12-piece needle file set. So you've got all the different ones in here.
Yeah.
You've got the flat ones, you've got the triangular ones, you've got the little domey ones, but also I've got the big flat. Now, I use this with resin as well. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful file to have for everything apart from your nails. You need these files really as a jewellery maker that uses different mediums. Actually, indeed, as a crafter that uses different mediums, because you've always got them. If you don't, and if you don't have your Dremel, or if maybe the Dremel's a bit too much of an investment for you, this is just wonderful. Woodwork, sheet metal work, polymer clay, resin, it's going to stretch across the mediums. We're about to shock you again. Do you know what our challenge today is? To never allow Hayley to go back to the trade, the jeweller's trade place ever again. Because for $10.90 we got value. We got 12 near, and we're all happy to part with just over a tenner for all of this. But no, £6.95 is your price tag. That way, we're giving you the choice. Do you want to go through the drive-through, or do you want to have this that's going to last you for ages and ages? I'm gonna use this. Plus, this is going to burn calories. The other thing is just going to add them. £6.95, and I say that just to be relative for what else you can buy for that price tag. I'm sorry that I interrupted you again. Let's have a quick recap to which point we're at. We've made the ring.
We've cut it out.
Skeleton, if you like. Yeah.
We've hammered the edges that are going to go around the finger for texture, and we've done some filing. So using the little needle files, we're going to soften the file marks from the big file, because they sometimes give a little bit of a rough edge just along the side, so when you put the ring on it will be slightly uncomfortable. So if you tilt your piece of sheet to the side, once again file at a diagonal across the whole edge, it just makes the job quicker and more easy, and you start to get a nice burnished glint on your piece as well.
Ooh, a burnished glint, I like that.
Yeah. So now I'm going to start to, thank you. She's a tidy person.
Other permanent markers are available.
I beg your pardon. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to start to fold up the edges, okay? Start to prepare. Now, we can use our flat file for this. Just put your stone on the top of your piece so that you know where to start to fold. Now, you could use a pencil to make a mark, but remember, when you're bending this around, you're not going to get a perfect square curve, so you've got to leave about 1 mil to allow for that bend, okay? Using the edge of your flat file and putting it just about 1 mil from the edge there, and keeping that edge of your file, plier, parallel with the edge of the stone, where the stone will be, you can start to bend that up, okay? So you've got a nice sharp bend there. There we go. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. I'm just going to test that out to see if I've got it about right. Yep, okay, good. And then the same on the other side. Now I'd rather have it a little bit tighter than too loose. Fold it up again.
There we go, using your flat nose pliers.
Yep, my flat pliers. They give a nice sharp edge.
This is a great technique.
Yeah. Then
you don't need to use any jewellery glue or any of that?
Well, you can do. It's always safer to do that. So I do have some of that to hand. But it'll take a little while to dry. So
okay, so in this, if you want to for security, add a little bit. There's some on our website, the 6000 is available on our website.
Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to just gauge how high or we need to, where along at the point we need to actually fold it over there. So here I'm going to do a little bit of butting up the pliers up where the stone is, and I'm just going to make sure that that is nice and parallel with the last bend. So making sure that that's straight over there, and I'm going to bend that down that way. Okay, I'm not going to bend it all the way around because I'm going to need to do some adjusting before I actually set the whole stone itself. Same thing on the other side. There. Push that out, make sure it's nice and parallel. There we go. If you're finding that these are a bit too big and they are enveloping the stone too much, you can actually cut them back. But now I'm going to start to bend the ring around the mandrel. So there you go.
I've got the bracelet mandrel coming up later.
There we go. Now you could use your hide mallet to help you bend this round as well, or if you've got some half round pliers, they would be very useful as well. So I'm just going to gently tap that round and tap this round as well, holding the end of my tool. There we go. All right. Sliding that back in. Now this is the point where you can actually get some glue in there. Sliding that into position and just squashing down. You could use your pliers to help you, but actually they might damage it a little bit. So I'm going to use the edge of the metal block to help me to bend it into position. There you go. And then down a bit more. There you go, and there's one ring made. If you want to just readjust the curve of your ring, you can get it back onto the mandrel and tap it round again, and there you've got one ring.
Absolutely amazing and very, very doable.
Yeah, very doable.
I feel like I could do that now.
Absolutely, yeah.
Perfect. Love it. Do you love it? Give us a text in and let us know your feelings, your thoughts, any questions that you've got for Hales. I've got the hole punch. Have you ever used this?
I have used, not that particular one, a different one, but that's definitely another thing on my
It's like, well, it's a disc cutter.
Yeah, so it's fantastic.
And you use this with a hammer, I think, don't you?
Yes, you
I'm
do,
pretty
yeah.
sure. So
Yeah.
you put your, let's say, Max, would you do me a massive favour, my darling? Could you, Max is on cameras, could you please, in case you didn't know, pass me some of that sheet metal angel pops? Thank you, my darling. I like a girl who gives me options. Now, what you do is, so I'm going to take all the little peggingtons out and I'm going to show you. So you get all the little peggies, and these are all different sizes. And if you want to make a hole in your metal, you use this. And what you would do is perhaps, I mean, you wouldn't, well, you might actually want a sheet of metal that big. And what you do is you pop it inside like that, and then you find the relevant peggy, like that. And then you get hammered again for the second time on a Friday. Not this hammer, because you need a bigger one. You blink it and whack it, you give it a good old wallop. And then you get the disc at the bottom, so the disc can be made into whatever, a tag, or you can cut around it and make a gorgeous charm or anything like that. Or you could want holes in a particular piece for, you might be making a contemporary piece, for instance, or you might be wanting to make a template for something. So it's a really great thing to have in your stash if you're going to be working with sheet metals, because it gives you the opportunity to create the holes as pendant bails or create the little tags that you want as well. So you've got all the relevant pegs. They come in 1/4 of an inch, 5/16 of an inch, 3/8 of an inch, 7/16 of an inch, 1/2 an inch. Isn't there an easier way to say 7/16? 9/16 of an inch and 5/8 of an inch. $19.95 is the regular price tag, and really is something that's going to be important to you if you are thinking about moving on with your jewellery making into a different genre such as sheet metal. We're going to take that price taggy all the way down. £12.95 for something. Now you've got something similar to this.
Yes,
Hayley.
I do. Yeah.
Where do you use it? That perhaps I haven't mentioned it, or is it something you use quite often?
Well, my last collection, which I don't do anymore, but it was all round pendant discs, and hand sewing all of those was an absolute nightmare.
You hand sawed them?
I hand sawed them, and then I thought, no, I'm going to get myself a disc cutter. I mean,
it makes things so much easier.
It cut out hours worth of work, yeah.
And time is money when you are selling jewellery on.
Yeah.
So for something that you want a perfect round, not only that, it's the precision you get with this, because if you're doing it freehand and you sneeze or something happens, the doorbell goes and you have to leave it and come out, you know, it's very difficult to actually saw by hand a perfect circle. This is going to take that away. This is going to give you that ease at $12.95. It comes all beautifully packaged as well. And it all comes in its little box. I've got loads of treats for you today. Get involved with us, because you know we love your feedback. We want to hear if you've used anything that I'm giving anybody today. If you've used anything and there's something that perhaps I'm not saying that you think would be really helpful to anyone who's just starting out in jewellery making, text us in, let us know. We want to hear all of your feedback. And you know what? It's important for us to be like that with you, to be communicating with you all. Let's put all the pegs back in and I picked it up and they came out again. I'll leave you to tidy up, because right now I've got to start by. Let's talk about headpins, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that make jewellery. I just did that. Came from nowhere. Came from absolutely nowhere. Have a look. Write that down. I reckon that's a #1 hit. Have a look. I can call myself JMC. Have a look at what I got for you. Headpins are an essential in your jewellery making. They're your very backbones. They're the difference between making a rosary link and not making a rosary link. They're the difference between threading a gemstone onto something and not, and being able to curve it and curl it and finish off your piece. They're the difference between being able to use your little gems of distinction with those little old holes in them, the little tiny ones, because they're such delicate, gorgeous sparklers, or not being able to use those, or unless you're threading. You know, these give you options, and they give you that lovely ball on the bottom of them, which gives you that focal point of precious metal. I love that rose gold, do you? I love it. Then I'm going to give you sometimes you want that ball on there, you want that focal ball. Sometimes you want a flatty, and that's what I'm going to give you as well. So you've got your featherlight head pins there. I'm going to give you flatties now. Flatties are wonderful. Do you know why? Flatties are great for making stud earrings. You can pop some of your E6000 on there and put maybe a bit of polymer clay or a half-rounded gemstone, anything like that. And you can make a stud earring. Flatties are great if you're working with pearls and you want the focus to be on the pearl or whatever gemstone it is that you're using. Flatties are great because you've got that little point there of which you can adhere another medium, whether it's resin or polymer clay or anything like that. Flatties are great if you're making a bubble bracelet and you want the emphasis to be on those bubbles. A bubble bracelet is a bracelet that gives you movement. There's techniques. Anything that I'm saying that you think, what's she talking about? Go and have a little search. It's probably everything I've said, in fact. 200 headpins, 200 of something that you just need as a jewellery maker. You can't go, like, it's just like Hayley said earlier about wire. There's not much jewellery making can be done. You're limited without things like headpins, without things like wire, without things like your findings. Have a little look at the teeny price tag you're paying. Go and compare that to your local beadery. Go and compare that to your local craft store that's got a little jewellery making section in it. How much are you paying for a bag of 8? Or 9 or 10? Bag of 10. I think I saw a bag of 10 for £8.95. And the great thing, this is important actually, right, have you ever been in those stores? You ever looked around and gone, need headpins, need to make this, right, I need in my, I'm making a necklace. I need headpins for that necklace, and then I need a bolt ring clasp for that necklace, and I need the wire. Right, off I go, in my own little world. Off I go to the headpin section, gold headpins, done. Or rose gold headpins, done. I need that finding. Different company, completely different coloured rose gold. Completely different, brilliant. I'll change it, I'll go to silver. I can't have that. Same thing with the silver. So forget it, forget it. Look at this, because we give you the same colour in our wires. It's so important. It was one of your biggest gripes out there when we asked you years ago, this was a couple of years ago, what was your biggest gripe as a jewellery maker with your findings? That was your biggest gripe. The fact that the golds didn't match with the wire colours. Really important to have. All of that information. Sorry, little technical blip there. Chatting away, you can't hear a word. £5.95. Like when I talk to my children, only they're just ignoring me. We're going to go to a quick break, after which we're going to come back with the most amazing star buy, and I'm going to get every ounce of gossip I can get out of this girl next to me, I tell you. It's all going to be revealed after this.
There are 2 easy ways you can purchase from Jewellery Maker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview and FreeSat, and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click to register. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking on the Watch Live Show button on the homepage. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, simply click on the Add to Basket button and you can continue shopping or check out right away. Don't forget, you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker. When you place your first order with Jewellery Maker, we'll send you a free DVD and booklet to help you get started. The booklet is jam-packed full of information on gemstones, tools, threading, materials and findings. There are step-by-step instructions on how to make bracelets, earrings and necklaces, and the DVD includes easy-to-follow video tutorials. So what are you waiting for? Start your jewellery making journey today.
Get creating stunning designs in no time at all with this brilliant Introduction to Kumihimo DVD with guest designer Sarah Elvin. These easy to follow steps on this DVD will make you feel like you have your own personal tutor and will show you the best techniques to get you started with this amazing medium. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
There are 4 easy ways to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 54,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker.
Welcome back, you're watching Jewellery Maker. It's fantastic to have your company. Phil and I just had a standoff over a wire mesh jig. He said, look at this, is a wire mesh jig. I know what it is. I know the concept. And he was like, sorry, Phil. I barked at you like a farmer to his collie then. Now, have a look. Or I'm the collie, you indeed are the farmer. Have a look. All Phil's got to do is whistle at me and I start rounding up sheep. Have a look at this, because it's going to make dance a jig. Is this dance a little Irish jig is what we're going to do. The wire mesh jig. I said to him I know the concept of this, but actually I've never used it before. So it's like when you say to the teacher, I know what I'm doing. And they're like, sir, I don't understand it. Now, I'm going to take... Don't talk to me about Bunsen burners. He just said something about me about Bunsen burners in my ear. That's why I got banned from science, because of a Bunsen burner. I can't tell you about what I did because children might be watching. Phil wants to know the difference between a Bunsen burner and a hob. Well, you can put Bunsen burners in the cupboard. Hob takes up the whole desk. Now we've explained that to Phil, we can move on. A jig, a jiggity jig. Now, this looks like it opens up. I'm not sure. Oh no, it's just because of the depth. So if I wanted to make a wire mesh flower, for instance, I would arrange or a letter, I would arrange my pegs in a certain way. If I want to make a wire mesh weave, I would do that. I would arrange my pegs in a certain way. In and out I'd go. I might actually have a try of it. In and out I'd go, and I love a bit of wire mesh, I do, because it's really malleable. And do you know why I love wire mesh? Because when you make a mistake, you can undo it. I wish life were more like a wire mesh. Then I'd be like flying. Now, you can get your wire mesh. I'm going to give you 2 incredible colours. So you get the jig, and you take your wire mesh. Now, this wire mesh, in comparison to our older wire mesh, is skinnier, which means that you can use it for different things, which means you can pull it up. In the other mesh, you would be pulling it apart. You could put gemstones in it. With this one, I think you're going to concentrate more on things like any threading techniques that you already know, or if you don't know any threading techniques and you'd like to get into threading techniques, this is a great alternative to things like your silky threads, your satin cords and things like that. It gives you a different look. It's going to give you a metallic look. So what you would do now is you would take your jig and you would just start weaving in and out. Might do a little bit of a figure of 8 weave. I'm not very good. I'm no Gemma Crow with mesh. I'm gonna put that out there. This is the first time I've ever seen this jig as well. I mean, like I said to Phil, I understand the concept of a jig. I do. A jig is something that is going to give you the ability to do certain weaves in and out of something, and you can create it over and over again. The beauty of a jig is that every time you create with it, it's the same every time. So if it's about having that uniform, or if you want to create an earring and the other one's got to be exactly the same, the thing that you can always rely on is that it's going to be the same. I'm just playing about weaving in and out with this. And actually it's very easy to use. I love the colours. You've got mauve and you've got, so it's lilac and azure. 10 yards of each. If you go to Australia, then things are measured in yards. And it's really great to mix these colours together. Loving the metallic sheen you get from this. Now the price tag you should be paying for for all three of these items is £24.85. The jig on its own is £14.95 on the website. But, my dear hearts and darlings, we're about to jump off the cliff of price tags and straight down into the icy water with this price tag, £11.95, a teeny snippet of the price tag you were going to pay. Hang on a minute. So if I go on the website and buy the jig on its own, I'm going to pay more than the jig and the 2 cords. Does it make sense? No, no. No, it doesn't. TIG C32. Some of the best days are the mad ones, though, aren't they? £11.95. Dance with a jig. Philip is dancing with a little jig as we speak. His little legs are going 10 to the dozen. £11.95 is your price tag. Your code TIG C32, and the number to be dialed in 0800 644 655. Don't forget to text us on 60777 today, because without your text messages, I feel like you don't love me anymore, and I'll cry myself to sleep. I won't sleep. I won't sleep. It'll be like last night when the dog kept trip-trapping with his claws across the floor. Jan guessed. Oh, gravy, Jan. Afternoon, ladies and team. If you put wire through the mesh, Jen, you can create some amazing flowers. I love that idea. She's always there for us. Let's try it with a head pin. That lady is a genius. So put it through. She's so brilliant. So you can put it through, Jan. Through it. £11.95. Hang on.
I've got a stash of wire down here.
You've got a stash of wire.
Yeah.
I'd have to open it up as well first. I'd need some scissors. It could take time, but you can put your wire inside it and just manipulate it. Look amazing. Margaret of Fife says the jig is a great gadget. You can store the pegs inside the jig. That's why it opens up. Thank you, Margaret. The pegs go inside the jig. I knew Margaret had my back with that. Thank you so much. And you know what? Thank you for texting us in that you love the jig, because if you're looking at this and you haven't got one, I'm sure you could use other mediums with this jig as well. I'm sure it doesn't have to just be for wire mesh. You could probably use lots of different things with this. You could probably use skinnier gauges of wire, couldn't you?
I just use wire. You could create some really elaborate patterns. And then you could have some chandelier style earrings as well.
And they'd be both exactly the same because you've used that jig. Have you got a jig, Hales?
No, but I've got a friend who uses it all the time. She makes the most amazing pieces of jewellery out of it. Yeah.
Lots of earrings.
And then she actually embroiders the matching pieces together. So she can create a whole series. It's like when you're making collections, like you said, you can make the same piece over and over and over. It just makes production much easier for you.
So making production easier, and also giving you the option to have the skeleton of that piece, but then change the colour of it if you're going to weave over the top of it.
Very good.
So exactly the same, but in different colours. Perfect, like shoes. £11.95 TIG C32. Going to leave that one with you. Lots of you are there. If you do experience a queue, as always, stay with it. Green wire. Now, oh, you thought it was Irish, did you? Okay. Have a little look at this now. Green wire. It's been very nice weather in Ireland this week. I'd like you all to know. In County Cork, my family were out on the beach.
Wow. Never
invited me though. Have a look. It's my dad's side of the family. They're just not as nice as my mum's side. Have a look. Sorry.
They're not watching.
It's true. 0.8 millimetres. I love this. Well, you know my favourite colour is green. This is British Racing Green. If ever you were to create a wire work mini car, other cars are available, Fiats and Hondas. If you were to create a mini and you wanted it in British Racing Green, this is the wire work colour. This is the one that I know a lady that could do that. Her name's Alison Tarry. And if she's watching now, get on it, Tari. There's no time to lose. So you've got 0.8 and you've got 0.4. The benefit of having these two together, first of all, this is a colour we don't have often, and it does sell out really, really quickly. It's a colour was introduced later on. Now, let's talk about the gauges. 0.8, nice and sturdy. We saw it earlier, didn't we? It's your backbone. It will make a ring. You can bind it together, but also it's there as your underlying wire, and then your 0.4 you can do like a figure of 8 weave off it. There's lots you can do with wire. And if you've got any questions, like I said, do relay them through Facebook. And the great thing about our Facebook page is that they're a family on there, so all jewellery makers help each other. So back to the wire. 2 great gauges, 1 great colour, all e-coated. 50 metres of each. That's not a thing as much anymore, is it? It's a rarity. Back in my day, we had 100-metre reels. These days, we only get 10 metres. We're going to give them to you for better than half price, so we are. £8.95 is all you're going to pay, so it is. So be very quick. Gorgeous green. And this is going to mix with lots of different... Hey, whew, it's going to be Wimbledon soon. You know that excites me. It's officially summer when you hear pat, pat, isn't it? I love that sound in the background as I'm doing my thing. That's me doing my thing at home, trying not to do any housework, moving about, pretending I'm doing stuff. You could use this in your Wimbledon colours. You could have gorgeous amethyst, nearly said aquamarine, with this as your wire colour. There we go. £8.95, loads of you. Hello, Zoe. Zoe's in beds at this time, every time. Sorry. I need to refresh my jokes, didn't I? Never met a sensible Zoe. Christine, Kathy, Julie, Evelyn, Joan, Margaret, Lorna. Tina is a psychic tarot reader in Portsmouth. I'm still waiting for my text card reading. She's probably texted in, but Phil's a bit stingy on the old text messages. Sorry, love the name. You're in Hertfordshire. That's where I live. Helen in Brittany, where the weather has been glorious all week. So my friend's in Brittany right now. Collector in Florida. Come on, you're making us all well, Gel. Jamie in Cumbria, Sally in South Yorkshire, Janina in Kent, Michelle in Greater Manchester, Sarah in Lancashire. A collector in Cumbria. You're shopping for this one all over the world. Why does this colour appeal to you? Maybe you're a wire worker and this is the only colour that you haven't got in your stash. You've got to have everything, jewellery makers. Think about Christmas for one, because you know when you come to do your Christmas tree pieces, this is the colour you want, but you're only going to be able to get our chartreuse green because this green will have sold out. Be a clever jewellery maker. We got a Christmas show coming up soon. Sorry in Heart says, Jenny, you're adorable, but you must check out the way you use this jig. You'll get addicted. Do you know what? Has Alison Terry got a demo of it? Flowers for... I need to get more in depth on this one. I judged it from the outside thinking it had some offerings for us, but actually there was more inside the soul of the jig that I wasn't... I need to see. Sorry, can you put some stuff on the Facebook page for me that you've done, please, my darling? Or I'll just pop round your ass when I get home, because you probably live right by me. £8.95, LUG, C12 is your item code. Ooh, I've got lovely strands next to me. These are my kind of colours. This bundle's called Wimbledon. I do have that thing. I'm telling you, I have that thing. I do. Told Carol, you're going to have that baby next Wednesday. Out it popped. Now. And I went up to... Yeah, I can tell you this now, but I went up to Elle before she'd even told anyone, and I went, so, you're pregnant? She went, oh! And then she texted me, don't tell anyone. How did you find out? I was like, I didn't. I just looked at you. I could smell it on you. Have a look at these. Now, Amazonite... That's my kind of a gemstone. It's not green, it's not blue. It's Amazonite, somewhere in the middle. It's very mermaidial. It's fresh. It's oceanic. I love it. Did I make that word up, or is that a word, oceanic? It's a word. I wanted credit for that. Mermaidial. I made that word up. That's mine. That's the only word I've ever actually made up. Then I've got a strand of amethyst next to me, which I think looks like ametrine, in fact, because it has got citrine in there too. This is a beautiful combination. I'm thinking waterfalls, mermaids, bottom of that waterfall and then on through a stream past some rainbows. Butterflies and fairies. I love this kind of colour combination does it for me. What do you think? Are you a madman, Philip, my producer? Is he a madman, Rai, my director? Max is just shaking her head. $5.95 for 2 genuine gemstones. Now, Hayley, I'm sure that if you've been, when you make for a high street jewellers,
Yeah.
do you have to make with synthetic gemstones, or did you sometimes?
No, you always design with the real thing in mind, and then because they push the prices down, you've got to water it down to plastics and to things like that. So, and usually you're paying for a piece of jewellery 3 times the price of that. So, yeah, so that's amazing.
So to know that you get 2 genuine gemstones, first of all, as someone who creates jewellery to then sell it on, regardless of the price, that's not even, because I know that if you're mass producing jewellery for a high street jewellers, your main drive is profit after things like
margins.
design
Yeah,
and things like that.
sadly so.
Once the jewellery has been produced and it's there in front of you, the most important thing then is to be able to sell that jewellery. You don't come in then at a tiny price tag because it wouldn't sell. People would think it would. So if you're using genuine gemstones in your mind, that would bring up, it would give you so much more of an appreciation of the piece of jewellery in
gives you
itself as
more
well.
A premium brand, a premium look. So it's definitely adds value to the pieces that you're making.
So to add value for just $5.95, you can add value. Let's talk about chips and nuggets, what you can do with them. You can put chips and nuggets on memory wire. Mark Smith has many DVDs which are available on our website. The address is at the bottom of your screen. 14 DVDs or something. The man is just a whole collection, isn't he? He's a book set, a box set, not a book set. We need to do the Mark Smith collection and just have it in a great big, you know, like how the Star Wars one comes. Yeah, it needs to look good on the shelf. This is something that can, you know, chips and nuggets are something that you can really span across all of the genres of jewellery making, whether you're making things with the beading threads, your threading techniques, whether you're making jewellery out of wire, memory wire, whether you're using leathers or cords or whatever it is, or whether you're using resins. These will look amazing. Put into your resins, they will float around gorgeously, and the resin will actually seep its way into the drill hole, so you won't see that, and resin magnifies. You know I'm a big fan of resin, I love it. You can bake this together with your polymer clays. £5.95. IPGC 56. I've got another text message from the gorgeous Zari. Oh, hang on. I've got a different text message on my screen. Jenny, you're on. I'll have some bubbly waiting. I'll have to peel all the dogs off you, but you'll be a flower and butterfly expert before we're finished. Or finish. Oh, a flower and butterfly expert. I like the sound of that. I don't know where in Hertfordshire you live. I live near Welwyn Garden City. Well, Stevenage is right near me as well, and Hitchin. £5.95. It's not far from you then. I could get on a train to you. We could all meet up, have a party, film it, put it on air. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. Oh, Phil. I've got 2 strands of Prehnite here. Can I do that? Do you remember I used to talk about peeled grapes with the colour? Do you remember that, Phil? And every time I said it, you go, ah. Because then off I'd go talking about Greek gods. Peeling me a grape. Loincloths.
Oh, yeah.
You know in that day when you had Greek goddesses and they were being fanned by a big leaf? What is that leaf they were being fanned with?
It's a palm, isn't it?
Is it a palm leaf?
Palm or banana.
Well, we'll be fanned by that. Just fresh out the milk bath. Have a look. It's got that glow to it, has Prehnite, and I love it. It looks so fresh. These look yummy. You want to eat them. The green of a grape or a gorgeous gooseberry. Before it gets dark. Oh, Prehnite. Phil wants you to just see what he's done. If you were to make a jewellery making crossword, Phil, that needs to be in one of the clues. In fact, Phil, I think, doesn't everyone think in our JM Hub magazine that comes free to everybody who has shopped with us here at Jewellery Maker, don't you think we should have a Jewellery Maker crossword? I think we should. I think Phil should do it. He's got so much spare time. So much spare time. He's off feeding penguins. What were you doing the other day? Something else weird like that? In a boiler suit, doing something. Can't remember. Let's get back to what's on your screen. Gorgeous Prehnite. And these do look yummy enough to eat. And you know what? These are going to look really great with other colours such as the... And I think this is your picnic piece. These are your summer piece. $5.95 for both of these Prehnites. Look how gorgeous the Prehnite looks with the peachy tones. Oh, I love that together. And think about how you're going to create those pieces that can be worn on holiday. It's fresh, it's zesty. We're all thinking about going on holiday now, aren't we? We all want to be in the sunshine, don't we? Sally, you've got yours. Beryl, you've got yours. Collector in Greater London Town. Collector in, ooh, Nottinghamshire. Oh, I love this. Look, hang on. It's just so versatile, that colour. Or if you want to go really high end, it works. Doesn't this work? It just works, doesn't it? What are you going to mix with yours? Silver, gold, rose gold? It's going to work. $5.95 for versatility. Do you want me to do a cheeky watch? I haven't got the time. Oh, I'm full of them, aren't I? I'm full of them. I'm going to give to you a watch face. Mother of pearl. Actually, you know the Prehnite I just had, or any chips and nuggets? They look really good, twisted, and you could put them on a stretchy and then the watch would just go straight over. It would look good, wouldn't it? Have a look. So you've got your watch face. These are quite hard to get hold of in craft stores and things. Now, you've got two really generous D rings here. So you've got a D ring here and a D ring here. And mine isn't ticking because it's got the little plastic douchemery on it to stop that happening. This is stainless steel, is this watch, so it's great quality. Now, you could use one of these little babies. There's bracelet. There's a high street, quite an expensive shop called Karen, rhymes with Willen, and she's got in hers, she's got bracelets like that. They're £25 each. Just wanted to put that out there. Oh, somebody took a picture yesterday and put it on our Facebook page of wire wrap rings in a certain high street shop. Wire wrap rings, like it's not bottom shop, it's shop in there. Have a look at putting chips and nuggets. Nuggets. I said that really fast, didn't I? Nuggets, darling. I would do twisted chip and nugget strand, darlings. Either side of my dearing. £9.90. It goes, doesn't it now? £9.95 each price. Hey, do you know what I would do if I was good? Hey, I would actually, I've got some silver mesh for you, but it's to my side of me. I would make a plaited silver watch strap out of that. Put some elastic in with the plait to make it boingy boingy, if that'll work. Otherwise, I'd just use a finding. £9.95. Now, these watch findings we've had in the past, gone straight away. I haven't seen one for months. It's great to have it back on your screens at £9.95. Wonderful pricing. How much do you pay for a timepiece? They can be really expensive, and a bespoke timepiece at that. Maybe you're going to make, you could do it sort of medal style too, can you? So pretty, so pretty. Yeah, like a little pocket watch. Or for anybody that's a nurse, you could just put it upside down like that, because they have to have it upside down, don't they? You know? So that, yeah, so they can just look and go, oh look, it's clock. £9.95. JZP 059 white mother of pearl, the circumference of which is 32 millimetres. I love these. I might have these just so people think I've been in that posh shop. It's about all I can afford in there. I like it in there. It's well pricey. So you've got your watch straps, but do you know, I'm going to be really honest, I love these just as bracelets. I think they're fab. Do you think they're really stylish, aren't they?
Absolutely. You could layer them up as well, and then you could, because mixed platings are really in fashion now, aren't they? Yeah. So you could mix them up, or you could even put them on to, if you join them together, then you can do a double strap. So it'll be quite, yeah.
Join them together, Hales Bales. Like this? What, like this, or do it in a different way?
Yeah, like that, and then you just wrap around twice, so it kind of looks like those overlapped watches that you can...
She ain't wrong. So you just go round, round,
Yeah.
do it like that?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, Hayley. That's my new piece of jewellery, sword head. Wait there, because I want to get my little clippings on. Let's put me clippies on. So you could, do you know what, wear both of them, mix it up. Let them, I've attached one to the, I love that, I love the effect. $6.95 for both, hang on, sorry, do I get both? I love the quality. Yeah. The quality is exceptional. I love that. Yeah, and it's so stylish. These are very stylish. I think you need to get them just to wear it on their own, because I just think they're fab. I would wear that with the rest of my silver. I think it's great. Let's have a look. They look expensive, don't they?
They do look expensive, yeah.
You can put crystals on these. These could be bracelet straps. They don't have to be watch straps. You could put, if you're using crystals, you can use gemstones. You can wire wrap. You can put threads on these.
Pierce them as well. Use your hole punch and pierce them, and then you could weave onto them. And
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Use your hole punch. Put the holes in there. Perfect. You can, of course, add on your watch finding if you want to. It's a classic look with the silver, isn't it? Really easy to do. £6.95. Are you shopping with us today? Let us know what you want to see. Let us know what medium you're using right now. Are you trying a new medium for the very first time? Are you crocheting for the first time ever? Maybe you're doing something with the children because it is half term. Let us know. Maybe it's your birthday and you'd like to say happy birthday. We will. We will. We want to know everything. We're so nosy. We're so nosy. £6.95. UCG C09. Anita in Merseyside says, JM Studio, hi Jen, loving the mermaidy look hair. I chainmail on the watch faces. It looks... Chainmail. Why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I think of that? Anita, you knew straight away. It's a perfect idea because you can just chainmail straight from it, can't you? This was like an accident, the hair. I look like an 80s throwback. I should be wearing like neon, shouldn't I? What happened was, I came in for a meeting. Mia did French plaits in my hair after I washed it last night. I didn't think. Well, I thought I'd have plenty of time to straighten it. No. Amanda, oh no, I've still got that one on the tee. Oh, is that a different one? Amanda Immers said, good afternoon ladies and all the backstage crew. Just got in from work to find the TV has been hijacked by my son on his game console. Some great deals. That happens with my son, I'm afraid. It's just a thing. You'll have to watch this on the tablet because if you take it off him, he's just going to whinge at you. No one wants that. £6.95. We've got scooter related dramas going on in our house at the moment. It's all a nightmare. Can I do these carnelian rounds that I put with the Amazonite? Because I just love these. This is my favourite carnelian strand because it's peachy. We used to have really orangey carnelian, which is lush, and if you've got really dark hair, you look amazing. Like Mags, you'd look fab in orange. You'd rock, in fact, you would rock orange. Orange bodycon, nude shoes, going to a wedding, that's your look, girl. You'd look fab. She's got that lovely... I am Gokwan. By the way, if you think I look like a mole today, I agree with you. I forgot to put my mazzer on, didn't I? No mazzer on. I was like, nude eyes. What will the people think? Now, I look like a mole, yeah. What did you think I said? Now, have a look at these and look at that peach tone. So what I'm saying is, this is a colour that anybody can wear. Classic. These are like pinky, peachy oranges. I love that. You can really take apart this strand and get the colours that you want. But let me introduce other colours to these. And that's a summer breeze, isn't it? Oh, I can't wait for my first picnic of the year. Have a look. Oh, I love it. Mags at the idea of picnic. Those together. Oh, I love it. I love a picnic. Nice picnic blanket. Oh, I got the luscious picnic basket, Mags. Let's have a picnic at work. I'm staying at my mum's tonight. I'll demand that she goes to my favourite supermarket and gets us some picnic stuff for tomorrow. £4. £4.95 for a 12mm gemstone, a 12mm gemstone that is going to work in stretchy braces just like this. It is going to work in earrings, one in each ear, not too heavy, just right. These are going to work in your macrame, which is a threading technique. It's going to work in that kind of genre of your jewellery making too. Either side of chainmail, which is a medium where you use lots of jump rings to create like medieval type pieces, £4.95. NHP, you might already know because the gorgeous Fleur was on this morning, wasn't? What was she up to? Was she getting chainmaily with you? Oh, I love her. Didn't have enough time to kiss her on the lips. NHP 006. Fleur, our guest designer, she's got heart-shaped cartoon lips. I always say that to her. She's got lips from a cartoon, but put on an actual human. £4.95, 0800 6 444 655 is the number to be calling. Sassy, where have you been this afternoon? Jenny, you were looking good, thank you. I'd be happy to look half as good as you. Stop waiting for a picnic, do it now before the sun. Well, we're at work now. We'll do it tomorrow. Is everybody here in tomorrow? We'll do it tomorrow and we'll film it from outside and then we'll put it on air for you. Actually, forget that. Let's just have a picnic show outside tomorrow if the sun. Take all these cameras.
Oh, yeah.
Put a generator outside. Generator? Can we do that, right? No, because there's things that need to be prepared for like a month before we can do that. In the words of my daughter, £4.95. So unfair. She don't really do that to me. We've got we're either best friends or killing each other at the moment. It's brilliant. Can I do this? Moonstone.com. What am I giving you? Am I making you feel crazy in the head today, Philip? Philip is my producer. Yeah, he's saying. Have a look. Oh, I love a bit of moonstone. Don't you think moonstone's lucky? Don't you think it? Don't you think it sounds romantic? Moonstone. Sounds romantic, don't it? I love the colours of this. All these lovely shades. 915 carats is what I forgot. That's a lot of moonstone right there. Why are we giving you 3 strands of moonstone? Why aren't I just giving you 1 strand like we used to? £8.95 on a good day, £12.95 if you've never seen it before. Wait a minute, stop. £4.95. What were you thinking? What was going through your mind at the time? £4.95. What have you got to say for yourself, Philip? I'm disappointed in you. £4.95. 3 double strands of moonstone. But can I just say, these did come from a mine, not from the moon, from a mine. They're called moonstone because of that shiller that you get, like when you look up at the moon and you're feeling all romantic. Not like when you look at the moon and go, oh my gosh, it's night time already, I haven't done half the things I'm supposed to do, like on a romantic day when you're like, oh, look at that shiller, I've got time to look at it and appreciate it for what it is. 3 strands, they're 305 carats each. You've got ever such a lot for your money here. We could talk about gizmo coiling with gemstones. A gizmo coil is a little, it's a tool we've got that makes coils out of wire, but you can add gemstones to it. You could do kumihimo with these, the beading technique, the threading technique that is kumihimo. You could put these in your macrame pieces, another bead threading technique, little micro macrame or large macrame. You can put these in earrings, you can make beady beads out of these. Do you know what, Jewellery Makers? If you've just joined us here at Jewellery Maker and you're thinking of, you know what, I might try out that Jewellery Maker channel, I might give them a whirl. Here's a price tag that isn't life-threatening at £4.95. It's not going to break the bank at £4.95. You can test us out, see if it gets to you at a decent time. Have we got decent delivery times? You be the judge of it. Your basket price £2.95. That's not just for one item. That's for as many items as you like. Maybe you want to get something and then get the DVD that you get for free. You get a little magazine and a book for free. It teaches you all the basics. With this, you can really experiment with your jewellery. I'll tell you what, you could just make 20 stretches out of this, sell each one for £4 each. 4 times 20 is 2, 4, 6, 8, 80, isn't it? Actually, it would be 5 times 20, wouldn't it? because it's £5. No, hang on a minute. What am I talking about? Right, if you, I don't know, £80. Right, no, I got it right. If they were £4 each and you made, I've forgotten what I was doing. I'm doubting my own mind, Jewellery Maker, because I'm going mad. Right, so if you made 20 stretches at £4 each, that's what I was going at. That'd be £80. Elastic is only a couple of quid.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to make about £80 from £5? Like magic, but without a magician? I was trying to think of a famous magician then, and it could be Darren Brown. My friend's daughter works with a magician. She goes all like touring. Not Harry Potter. Can't remember his name.
What's the guy who goes in a box?
Yeah, it could be him. It's not Darren Brown. Oh, the guy that goes and chains himself to stuff.
Yeah.
David Copperfield. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, no, that's not him. His name's not Dynamo. What's his name? No.
The American chap.
No, he was on the X Factor. And that's how he became famous. Now he goes everywhere. What's his name? I can't remember his name. But anyway, my friend's daughter is his glamorous assistant, Hayley. Yeah. Now, no, he's not even alive anymore. Don't. Just throw magicians' names at me. Wait a minute and it'll come to me. Darcy Oak. His name's Darcy Oak. What is this? Let's start rolling out cakes. No, it's not. It's a mandrel, innit? Let's play some rounders outside. I love rounders. It's my favourite summer game, apart from the one where you go from pub to pub. Have a look, the drinking game. Have a look at your bracelet mandrel. Now, this is a very popular tool. We saw, Hayley, you were using your mandrel earlier.
Yeah, I used the little one for the ring, but for the big cuff that I did, I used the Bangle mandrel, so that's exactly what.
Bangle? She's calling it a Bangle
mandrel.
I love that. Bangle. A Bangle mandrel is what I've got here, bangles, bracelets, not just that, but actually ovals. I'm going to turn this up because obviously, unless you're making for a doll or something, your bangle or your bracelet is going to be a lot bigger than this. But here's your perfect oval. A mandrel is something that gives you shape for your wire, for other mediums that you can mould around. Maybe it's going to be your sheet metal, your wire, your leather, anything that you want to make a bangle out of. And you've got all the different circumferences, and your diameters go from the top one, 1.3 in inches. Is that right? 1.3 in inches or 1.3 in? No, that's one. That's 1 in. That's one. No, that's right. Down to. Yeah, that's correct. I like to question everything. 2.5 in your inches. So that's just so that it would be double that, wouldn't it? The circumference is double. I'm getting Vorderman. That's not your circumference, that's the half circumference. So your circumference is double that. It's important to be mathematical at all times. Yeah, said no one ever. Because that would confuse me. I'd be thinking, well, my wrist's more than 2 inches, I can tell you that for nout. But it's just the one side. There we go. Everything's fine. A 5-inch circumference is what we're talking about. Is everybody all right now? Are we all feeling like we can breathe again? Helen, you didn't care about that. You got it anyway. Zoe in beds. She's got hers. Rosie, Laura in Midlothian, Jewellery Maker in Surrey. Now, this is something that... Laura in Midlothian has too. This is something, actually, that is going to really help you with your jewellery making. This is a tool that comes in and flies out really quickly. So it's a very, very popular tool. If you're looking now, you're thinking, I'll get that next week. I wouldn't, because it will probably sell out. I wouldn't think I wouldn't have thought this is going to stay in stock for very long. IBG X85. Don't let the kids use this as a rounder's bat. It's just the right shape and size, though, isn't it? $9.95. You could take it with you on holiday to do your jewellery making there, and then if the situation arises where you need a game of rounders, you're backed up. You're backed up there. Claire and Grey London Towns. Is it round or is it oval? It's oval. I don't know why it's the shape of a wrist. Your wrist is oval. Unless you're of the rare breed of the round-wristed family. I mean, it's not impossible to have a round wrist, I'm sure.
Some, maybe.
But wrists are oval, aren't they?
Mostly, yes.
Yes. So this is great to manipulate all your different mediums around your sheet metals. You can warm them up. Use this to offer up your polymer clay bangles as well. You could probably, can you bake wood with polymer clay? Wonder if you, do you work with polymer clay ever?
I have done. What do you bake it at? It's normally about 60 degrees.
It's not a high temperature.
That being wood, yeah, I don't think it would be a problem, but it might slightly go a bit darker.
It would depend if it had a varnish on it, I suppose.
I
There's one woman to ask, and that's Bulford.
Yeah.
Claire of Greater London. Oh no, that's the same one. IBX X85. Don't forget to keep texting us. We want to know what you're up to today. Throw me a gemstone, Mags. Oh, we're just being told that is a health and safety no-no. I'm a health and safety no-no is what's a health and safety no-no. Now, can I give you this mesh, can I? Let's get meshy. Mesh Moneypenny. Oh, we have a laugh, don't we? We have a laugh, don't we, Jewellery Maker? Gorgeous mediums together. And actually, Hayley made the point earlier that mixing metals is something that's so popular right now. I reckon actually, Hales, that's been for about the last 10 years. I think it was Cartier or Bulgari. It wasn't Tiffany Co. Had to say 3. Was it? I think it was Bulgari that introduced that ring with the 3 bands of different metal colours.
Yeah.
All the jewellers
do it now.
Yeah, everyone went crazy for that ring. And actually, it's one of their staple designs still to this day.
Yeah.
Because in the olden days, you were asked a question. Say your friend's going to get you some jewellery for your birthday. Do you like silver or gold? Or white gold or yellow gold? It was never... It was like, do you like either? Can't I like both? Can't they both go together? I always wear both together because I can't decide from one day to the next. One day I might wake up and I feel silver. The next minute I might feel gold. I don't know. You get 10 yards of each for £14.95. Now this is 1 millimetre thick with your mesh. Now we know that the gorgeous Janet Dwyer is watching, and she likes to put her wire through hers and then make flowers out of this. Perhaps you want to do, you know what I'd really like to see? 2 pieces of wire and then a figure of 8 weave alternating, or this plaited alternating. I think I love this mesh because it'll keep a shape. It's nice and fine, so you can make... Ooh, it's great just to make a chain out of. How many times do we not have chain in our stash? £6, that's a brilliant price drop. That's a fantastic price drop. If you've never used mesh before and you'd like some inspiration, please go and pick up Gemma Crow's DVD. It's a wire mesh DVD and it's £4.95 and is available on our website. She's a wonderful designer here at Jewellery Maker. We love her. She's just, her designs inspire us every day. £6.95. DJGC71. Loads of you are grabbing this. Don't you just love the texture it gives? What would you do with this, Hayley? How would you put it into your designs?
Well, there was a phase of putting beads inside it.
Yeah, that was the bigger mesh. This is skinnier.
But I'm sure you could still put teeny tiny beads inside there.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, and then give it a bit more of a delicate look. I would do all sorts of things by maybe clipping them together with some teeny tiny jump rings, so you could get a nice lariat going on with one colour coming down one side and one down the other.
Oh yeah.
So you could...
a lariat necklace would look gorgeous with this.
Because it's quite slinky, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think actually it would make a really nice braided kumihimo lariat necklace. You could do it, because it would come out very skinny.
Yes.
If you want to do kumihimo, we have a kumihimo disc, and you just literally braid and braid and braid. We got go to our website and have a look at that as a technique in itself. It makes a great braid with this because it looks so expensive as well. I'm thinking, because this is skinnier, we were talking, Hayley and I just now, about putting gems in it, but what about putting it in gemstones? You could make the edge finer and actually use it as a beading thread, but the beads would stay in place, so you could arrange beads around. You could knot with it. You could knot in between them, or you could do it so that you can have a collection of beads up here, a collection of beads down there. And it's one of those kind of malleable pieces of jewellery that you can play with, because I quite like that. If I'm doing something sometimes, or I'm listening to someone, I'll sometimes fiddle with my bracelets. Sometimes we'll do that with our hair. It's quite nice to have jewellery that you can feel and that's on you. It's quite therapeutic to wear jewellery sometimes, isn't it?
You could do flowers for hair pieces as well,
Definitely,
couldn't you?
definitely.
So.
You can actually braid this into. That's what they do at all the festivals.
Yes.
My daughter's now at the age where she's festival going. We've got Reading, we've got V-Fest, and she wants to go to Glasgow, but I'll see. She's only 15, you see. But I go with her, so it's fine. But at the moment, she's now saying that she's ready to go on her own. The tattoos that they put on themselves, but also this in there, everyone's plaiting. The kids, they're all plaiting from here to here, really tight plaits. That's why Mia did this to my hair yesterday, because she was practicing her plaiting technique. Nearly ripped my head off. And now she was like getting her own back. I was like, ah! She's like, oh, does it hurt? But actually putting this in the hair and plaiting these through would look sensational. Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah.
All those girls with their gorgeous long hair. DJG, C71, I'm jealous of their youth as well as their hair. The lovely Sarah with gorgeous, you've got gorgeous hair, Sarah. Lovely hair. Nice colour. I've got, oh, what are these, Philip? Philip. These are gorgeous. Do I get the 2 strands? Oh, I really like these. You thought I might. These look very good. Still available, the mesh. Sorry, I just suddenly got distracted then. Aren't these gorgeous?
Oh, wow.
Oh, I really like this shell. And I love that you get the pearlescents, like little eyeballs of pearlescent. Do you know, if you were making wirework animals, these are the ones you want for the eyes, because they look alive. Aren't they beautiful?
Or marbles. They look a bit like marbles.
They do. Yeah. Oh, I haven't played with marbles for ages on account of myself losing them. Oh, you knew that was coming. The old jokes are the best, aren't they? Again, I think these would look amazing together in a beading technique such as a ladder weave, which is on your DVD if you've just joined us. I think these look great surrounding a cabochon, but I think these are just thread some elastic through them and make stretchies, because they're interesting enough on their own to just be a stretchy, aren't they? Let's put these all together. Look at that schiller. Do you know what I really like about these? They've got purples, they've got blues in them, some of them are striped, they've got pearlescents in them. When you put them together like this, it shows you the sort of effect that you'd have if you were using them in that kumihimo way. I quite like the idea of this being an anklet. I quite like the idea of this being a rosary link piece as well. What do you think? 2 strands. That's deux if you're French. £5.95. Just insane value. Very summery, I think. Very summery. Your beautiful blues. 2 dyed blues. And the thing is, when Shell takes a dye, this sort of thing happens. £5.95. Love it. I can see that you're looking at these thinking you've got ideas for us as well, Hales.
Yeah, I was also thinking they're a little bit space-like, aren't they? Sort of interplanetary type things.
A bit Jetsons. Yes.
So you could make some really interesting kind of spirals with some other gems, so that you've got like some galactic type of shapes.
That.
Yeah.
Futuristic jewellery.
Yeah.
I like that genre as well, because actually that space age kind of jewellery and stuff like that. If you go to Camden and you go into that, what's it called, cyber something? You know, the shop in Camden. Yeah. It's all like space age. Oh, and it's really cool. And if you take kids in there, I can't get my children out of that shop. If you've ever been to Camden Town and you go down into, what's it called, Cyberdog. Cyberdog, yeah. Go in there and it's all like crazy. Have you ever been in that? See Mags in Cyberdog? I can see you in a Cyberdog pair of hot pants. I could. Sarzy's putting a 2p worth in. Wow, I've never seen them before. Really lovely optical properties showing through the blue. Get them in your basket, girl. You'll love these, you will. But also, you could sort of make these kind of seaside-y too because of the pearlescence, couldn't you? Yeah. Love the idea of futuristic jewellery with these hanging on that space kind of theme. Love the idea of mixing these with polymer clays as well. Yeah. Sue, you've messaged into, hi all, surrounded by 9 fascinators, all in various stages of the glue drying process for Ascot. Feathered out, quite honestly. You are, oh my gosh, you're making Ascot.
You're in Jewellery Maker. Epsom Derby this weekend.
Epsom Derby. Do you love a bit of racing, Gil?
No, I'm not mad about it, but I love getting dressed up. So, you know, champers and getting dressed up with the girls. Well,
so you're going to go? Are you going to go to Epsom?
Well, my friend lives in Epsom, so we always kind of pretend that we're going down to the races, and we just get tarted up anyway. So.
Tarted up, get chatted up by the race goers. Yeah, I've been there. Esther in Great London. Afternoon, Jenny. Got my headphones in and having a sneaky listen at work. Shh. Esther, shh. Make it look like you're doing something really important. That's brilliant. I wonder what Esther's doing at work. I wonder where Esther works. I should stop saying the name Esther in case her headphones have popped out. I wonder what she's doing. Imagine Esther at work. What do you think she's doing? What do you think Esther works in? What do you think? You think she does what?
Yeah, accounts.
Oh. Max is saying you're in accounts. I quite like the idea of someone really, like, you know, accounts, mathsy, being all like matter of fact and numbery, but actually having a sneaky jewellery making. Maybe you're in retail and you're pretending to act busy. Someone's going, excuse me, and you're like that. Not now. Some really important stuff that I've got to attend to. I don't know. What are you doing? Maybe you're in a restaurant. Maybe who knows? Esther might be a magistrate. She's pretending that she's going through the court papers right now. She's not. She's shopping for beads. £5.95. UCG C36 is your item code. I really love those. Now let's talk about graduation, and not in a university way, because I missed that boat. Have a look. I could go now. I don't want to. Have a look. Go now, where all the students are half my age and I feel really, 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 really old. Have a look at these. Dark nights. No, I'm waiting to live my dreams through my daughter. It's all fine. That's the beauty of having children. You don't actually have to fulfil your own dreams. You can make them do it. Right now, I'm producing a Cambridge University student that's going to be an Olympic show jumper. All the things I want. She's probably going to be a singer as well. I don't know. Now, that's after she's gone bold from the pressure. Now, have a look. Not really. Everyone where I live says I say bold funny. And almonds.
Do you say tomato or something like that?
No, I say bold, and they're all like, it's bold.
Plastic.
And, like, where I'm from, I'm like, sugared almonds, I love those. And they're like, almonds? It's almonds. I'm like, almond? It's almond. We have this argument all the time.
How do you say plastic?
Pardon?
Plastic.
Plastic.
That's fine.
Yeah, not plastic. Plastic. No, but I think my gran used to say plastic. Anyway, graduations, that's what we were talking about. Graduations, and graduations in this instance in our gemstones. So if you want to make a piece that goes from top to bottom, getting smaller. So let's say we've got one gemstone suspended, that large one, the large one there, and then we're going to go too large, too medium, too small. It goes nicely down like a bunch of grapes. But other people do it the other way around. I go from large to small. Some other people go from small to large. It depends on the piece, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Graduating gemstones give us the option when we've got them in our stash to make a really large scale piece that we're tapering to a point. They also give us the option of having a black gemstone in our stash for any kind of piece of jewellery, even if you don't use them together. They're great to be putting in stretches, great to be putting in between other gemstones, and black goes with everything, doesn't it? So you can put it with whatever. Maybe you've got a colour in your stash and you're thinking, I don't know what to do with that thread or that bead. And then along comes a black agate round and solves all your problems in that situation, not in life. £8.95 NWG. C17 is your item code. Dark Nights, Philip. Was that your bundle name? You're scraping the bottom of the barrel there. £8.95 with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Something to do with graduating. I don't know, I just sat on it and thought, yeah, maybe graduation party. I don't know yet, Philip, but, you know, that's I'll think about it. All right, sorry, it's a great name. NWG Caesar, can you do better? I'll try. Loads of you are shopping with us today, and it is so fantastic to have your company. But if you are shopping with us, please send us a message. Just like, was it Esther? Just like Esther sent us a message from work. Kim in Gloucestershire. That's where I'm sleeping tonight. Not with you, Kim, but in the Shire. Collector in France, Arlene. You've got yours. Esther, she's back. Shh. I'm moving freight all over the world. Not driving, are you, Esther? No, she's not. And she's not, and I know that because in lorries now, they have cameras. You can't do anything. Eat, drink, nothing. You've got to do this. Can't. That's it. Pamela. Jenny, lush to see you back on our screens. I'm a mature student at the moment, I'm 52, and the others are young enough to be my children. Great fun, though. That's the problem. I'd be like, you're young, you shouldn't be taking any of this seriously. What are you studying, Pamela?
Yeah.
I need to know. We're going to go to a quick... Already? Goodness, it's 3 o'clock already. It's absolutely going so fast. Sterling silver after the break, and I've got some gorgeous Tanzanite coming up for you today. Loads to stay tuned for. Don't you go anywhere, because I'll be cross if you do. I'll see you after this.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker.
Did you know that Jewellery Maker's phone number is free from a UK landline? Now you can spend those extra pennies on more shopping.
I think Labradorite, when you think about it, is as beautiful as a diamond because it gives you, for me, more amazement than a diamond. You look at it and it does something really unexpected, like a lightning bolt.
Labradorite is one of those gemstones from Jewellery Maker that is always going to be a top seller. The Labradorite that you get from Jewellery Maker has got extreme amounts of labradorescence. The colour saturation is just superb, and that's really indicative of the quality that we can get for you here at Jewellery Maker. It seems to reflect your moods as well. Whatever kind of mood you're in, whatever you put it with, it seems to bring out those gorgeous colours, so it really is a true chameleon gemstone.
If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our no-quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund.
We here at Jewellery Maker love to hear your feedback. So working in conjunction with FIFO, a global ratings and reviews provider, when you purchase a product from JM, you will receive an email asking you to rate our service and our products. This helps us to bring you excellent customer service and ensure we're bringing you value for money and high quality goods. Have your say with Jewellery Maker FIFO reviews.
Did you know no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged one fee of postage and packaging. Select our standard delivery for just $2.95, or if you'd like to receive your goods sooner, upgrade to our premium option for $4.95.
Welcome back to Jewellery Maker, where Hayley is the only person on earth who makes me feel tall.
I've even got
Should I take my shoes
I've got a
off?
wee heel on.
Is that better?
Hey, look at that.
With it, I'm still taller than you, I reckon.
Not
You
much.
must be well, but you've got heels on.
Okay, so
What, are you 5 foot?
Hang on, look at the camera.
Are you 5 foot?
Yeah, I am. Bang on.
I've never met anyone.
Really?
Apart from Sammy the Wirebender Fletcher, but I think she's shrinking with age. She's one of our guest designers. She won't mind me saying that. She won't mind, she's my friend. You can take Mickey out your friends. I'm not saying it in a mean way. Yeah. Fun size you are, aren't you? That's
Dynamite is what they say. Yeah.
Yeah. Small yet feisty. Right, so hang on a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. Michael Woofay has joined us. It's got a little bit more handsome in this room right now. Oh, look at him, he's so handsome. I am about to give to you a kit. Phil says it's the best ever. I say this is the most professional, elemented kit, if that works in word-wise, grammatically, I don't know. This is... Right, I'm just going to tell you. 7 blooming sterling silver necklaces with the most amazing charms, going under £30. You need this quick. It's very, very limited. This is definitely a bit of me. I don't say this all the time, and you know that. I want this kit. I will buy this kit. I might. I'm stealing this kit. I love it. You are a very lucky guest designer.
Yes, I am. Yeah. Those charms are really good quality. They're amazing.
I'm going to show you a little peruse across the whole... All this silver! All this silver, we're like in a silver mine right now. I need to show you these silver pendants. I have to have them. I have to have them. This is the sort of necklace, right, if I had a necklace, chain either side, I would buy this. If I saw it in a shop, I would buy it. I absolutely love them. Look how modern and beautiful and expensive looking this charm is. You've got the rings either side. Listen, 8160. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chains. If those chains were £15 each, what's 15 times 7, Phil? Which is about the average price for a chain on a lower end jewellers, 105. That's already great value. Already great value. If these were £10 each per chain, £70, doable, right? Look at the pendants. They're absolutely gorgeous. I love them. I have to show you the jewellery as well. Right, the value you're about to get, this is going under £30, isn't it, Philip? Under £30. Wow. And you know, we have to see the jewellery. You will always, always be able to use, no matter what the season is. Look at, so here's what the pendant here. I love it. I love it.
And the other one's love. The lariat at the very end.
The lariat at the end here.
The other side there, yeah.
I love the jewellery.
Yeah.
I love it. This is delicate fine jewellery. We've seen Hayley giving us her version of big, bold statement jewellery. Now this is Hayley's take on the beautiful detail in her jewellery, the finer jewellery. I'm going to pop... Oh, you want me to put it on the overhead camera? I'm going to show you. I want to show you each individual chain, so... Oh, you can see them on that shot actually there, can't you? Look at all this silver. These are all necklace chains. So you've got 3 of the box chains, 1, 2, 3. 3 Rolo. Oh, sorry, these are box chains. What am I talking about? 3 box chains, which gives the most amazing luster. 3 of the Rolo chain, oval Rolo, and then you've got the round Rolo in the finer detail on the bottom there. I love this. Do you love it? I reckon you do. I've left you over the other desk. Nobody puts you in the corner. Over Wu Fei passes you. Thank you. There we go. The pendants. The pendants. Do you know, if you've just started jewellery making, this is a bit of a sneaky one, because all you've got to do is attach it and then say you made it. Oh, I love them.
Yeah.
Oh, so contemporary. I'd wear that straight away, just with a chain. Love. I bet you were so happy when you got this kit.
Really happy. I mean, I couldn't believe how, I thought they were going to be really kind of hollowy in the back, but they're double-sided. So they're
oh my gosh,
they're
yes.
an amazing, I would pay £30 just for one of those, that one.
£30 for this one here,
yeah,
you think?
That's really a special piece there.
So that's double-sided. I'm showing you the back of this now.
Usually, that would usually come out as a hollow piece, one-sided only.
Absolutely, and sit on the skin that way.
Yeah.
But because it's not, it's going to move when you wear it, so you get all this incredible luster.
Weight to it. It's got a real kind of meatiness.
It's substantial, you know it's there.
Yeah, it's really
That's
good.
really nice with silver and gold because it feels expensive
Yeah,
then.
absolutely.
You've got two pendants. Okay. I'm going to show you the second pendant. I just love it. I love this kit. This is my kit of the month. I know we're only in like the third of the month, so okay, this is my kit of the year. Oh my gosh, it's a massive statement. This is my kit of the year. Because it feels so professional.
Yeah.
I love it. I love these chains. It's expensive looking. I can make jewellery out of this and not feel like I'm sat here thinking, what should I do? There's loads of things that you can do with chain. Oh my gosh, I'm going to show you the chains on my hand. You get 7 blinking chains. 7. Oh, I love it. And what is the inch length on the chains?
18, I think.
18 inches. 46 centimetres. Look at all of this chain. It's gorgeous. There's loads of you putting this in your basket already at £81.60. That is not your price tag. BEG C40. Oh no, you've called this kit that song that gives me that funny feeling. I can't say the name of that, I'm afraid. £29.95. I told you it was going under £30. Get your baskets checked out. As you can imagine, this is a limited edition kit. We strive to bring you 200 of each of our kits. We've only got 60 of these remaining already. You were putting this in baskets, checking it straight out. I told you it was under 30. You dealt with that. You knew it. Sezzy in Chester, I knew you'd get this. Collector in Bridgend, you've got yours. Elizabeth, you've got yours. Cheryl, you've got yours. Michelle, Alison, a collector in Surrey, Amber, I've got Kathleen, Jacqueline, Vivienne, you've got yours. There are absolutely stacks of you. Unchecked baskets coming from Justina, Georgina, Taryn, Cumbria, Kirsten, Victor and Pamela, Margaret, M, Elizabeth, collector in Lincolnshire, Yasmin, Christina, Leslie, Zoe, Cecilia, collector in Kent. You've got to check baskets out. It's now limited, as you can see. BEG C40 is your item code. Look at the charms that you're getting as well. I'm in love. Are you in love? I just love this kit. Definitely a bit of me. For £30, how much are you going to spend on one chain if you go out there and try and find one quality chain? I'm giving you 7 chains for under £30. I'm giving you 7 chains and 2 sterling silver charms. I think you'd find it very difficult to find one of these charms for under £30 if you were trying to find those as individual charms out there as a jewellery maker. Now we're approaching single figures for this now. There is a small queue for me on the phone lines. Stay with it if you're on the phone lines. You're now taking out of unchecked baskets. I want to talk to those with an unchecked basket, and we will get to the jewellery making in a sec. But it's serious shark-infested waters in terms of stock right now. Helen, you need to check out your basket. Oh, I think you just did. Collector in Greater London, Florida, Janice, Sarah, Margaret, Justina, Kirsten, Margaret in Fife, Yasmin, Christina, Zoe. We're in single figures. You're going to miss out. The people on the telephone lines are now taking it out of your unchecked baskets. Linda in Shropshire, Angela in Surrey. It's going to get stolen out of your basket. Collector in Florida. Stop looking at the sunshine and sipping on strawberry daiquiris and check your basket out, my darling. Margaret in Fife, stop gloating on that lovely, lovely weather that you're having now and check your basket out. Is it lovely in Scotland still? I'm jealous. Zoe in Beds, For once, get out of beds and check out your basket. Cecilia in County Clare, check out your basket or you're going to miss out. 4 left, my darlings, and now most of you that have unchecked baskets are at the point of missing out. I'm really sorry if I'm telling you to check out your basket and you're trying and you can't for whatever reason. Maybe your internet's being slow, maybe the dog's eating your tablets, I don't know. Maybe someone's just knocked on the door. Nothing worse. BEG C40, £29.95. I sent Mia a letter the other day because she left her shoes down the yard, her school shoes. So I sent a letter in saying, sorry, Mia hasn't got her school shoes, the dog ate them. And her teacher looked at her and went, really? Tell your mum to come up with a better one next time. I was like, what if the dog had eaten them? She was like, but it didn't because we haven't got a dog. I was like, oh, well. Now, I'm going to give to you the second part of the kit. Even more sterling silver. We're going to have a silver hangover. Now, have a look. Oh, I love pearls. Yes. Who doesn't love pearls?
Who doesn't? Exactly.
Come on. Now, I'm just going to put my tablet here. Have a look. Peacocky pearls and minky pearls. Minky and peacocky. Oh. Look at this chain. It's a really fine box chain. Do I get this as well, Philippe? It's not enough that we've already had we've had a bath of silver chains. We're having a shower of silver chain now as well. Look at this. Gorgeous. Oh, so much silver in our stash. But hang on a minute, because I'm also giving you a bracelet chain, because you get findings as well. So I've got more sterling silver in here. I've got a bracelet chain and a necklace chain. And I'm going to have lobster claw clasps. I'm going to have headpins. I'm going to have 2 pairs of shepherdy hooks. I'm going to have a toggle clasp. I'm going to have crimp beads. I'm going to have crimp bead covers, freshwater pearls, loads of silver. This is the second part of the kit, of which is named after... Pip knows I can't say those 2 words. So does Helena. They know it. Ring them immediately and tell them I'm freaking out. You know when you get a song that does something to you and it literally drives your brain crazy? Maybe I was hypnotised, I don't know. If that song comes on, that's it, I'm gone. I'm having a meltdown. We don't want that to happen. We want to concentrate on these gorgeous pearls, the beautiful silver, the incredible findings, and all of the things that you're going to create with all that. And these are jewellers' findings, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're jewellers' findings. These are the kinds of findings. If you are a bespoke jeweller, you need them in your stash. You go into your workshop, and in your workshop drawers, you find your chains, you find your headpins. Headbuns? What's a headbun? And you sit there and you create.
Can I just say, those pearl holes are also very generous in size as well. Because very often you get pearls and they require some really fine threading. But
so the drill hole in this is decent?
It's really decent, yeah, so really versatile.
I forgot to tell everybody, it's not just one lobster claw clasp that you get with this. You get 10 of them. Can you see them? They're above the 10 of the mini ones and 11 lobster claw clasps, in fact. OQG C12. Where is the bracelet? Oh, yeah. Oh, Hales! Oh, sugar, I just moved my hand. I love what you've done there. You want that silver detail at the front, don't you, as well? And it's just so nice to make sure that all of the elements of your jewellery are indeed sterling silver. Because if you're selling jewellery as sterling silver, sorry I'm moving about, it's because I moved my arm and literally catapulted the silver across the room. If you're making something that you're telling your customers sterling silver, literally every element must be sterling silver. Yeah. The clasps, anything else that you use that is, you know, everything, your jump rings, your shepherd hooks, it needs to be sterling silver. If you're selling a pair of sterling silver earrings, then the jump ring must be sterling silver as well. The headpins must be sterling silver as well. Otherwise, you just lose your integrity as a jewellery maker. £42.75. Again, very competitive value. We're going down, and we were competitive at that price tag, but it's not enough for Philippe, who likes to wring things out like a wet sponge. £27.95 is your price tag for so much silver. If you go, Hales Bales, if you go to buy silver,
yep,
and you want to make a necklace and a bracelet, because that's what I've got in here, What sort of money would you expect to, or not be shocked to pay?
Well, you see, the other thing about silver is that the price fluctuates so much.
Yeah, it does.
So when you get a deal, you snap it up. But I would probably estimate if you're going to get a chain and maybe some of those findings, you're looking at around about £10 or maybe even 20, depending on the style and the type of chain.
And then we're talking about the pearls on top.
Oh, double it again.
Double it?
Yeah.
On this necklace, you've used one single pearl. How much would you sell that piece for?
35. Between 25 and 35 pounds.
Depending on when you're selling it for, I guess.
Yeah.
So you've made your money on that one piece right there. That's the sort of jewellery I would buy. That's the kind of jewellery I wear, and I am wearing right now. A simple chain with a charm, with a pendant. That's the sort of jewellery every day I will wear this, because I know that this jewellery will go with everything.
Yeah.
This jewellery is simple.
Exactly.
This jewellery is delicate, and that's the kind of thing. I know that that might not be my personality. I'm not a delicate person, but actually when I'm wearing things, I want them to be classic.
Yes. But it's also amazingly giftable, isn't it? You can give that to anybody
100%.
and they're going to love it.
Oh, I love that you just said that. This
Yeah.
is giftable jewellery. Totally enough. Look at the suite of jewellery that you've created. This is hundreds of pounds worth of jewellery here.
The quality is fantastic.
Phenomenal. And this is another thing, it's got to be good quality, hasn't it?
Absolutely.
Because otherwise that's your reputation you're giving.
Definitely.
So it's got to be good quality. Yeah. Now we're going to create a piece of jewellery.
Yeah.
Which piece are we going to create?
Well,
is it
we're
this one
actually
here?
going to do a little bit of a mix of some of them together, because what I wanted to do is there's so much in this kit, and the pieces speak for themselves. I wanted to show you some basic techniques. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to make a little loop on the top of a bead. I'm going to show you how to open and close a jump ring to connect it. I'm going to show you how to use one of those gorgeous charms and how to create lengths. We're going to create a little cluster pendant. And then onto that we're going to add a little chain tassel, because of course chains are featured so much in these kits. So
and chains are out there right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so fashionable.
So this little cluster pendant is what we're going to be focusing on, using all those basic techniques.
Okay.
So the first thing I want to talk about is how you decide on your design. So the way I've done it here is I've taken my chain, that's obviously the center point for the design, and I've laid it out on the mat. Right. And then I've picked one of each of the pearls that we've been given in the strand. I do love these peacock pearls. They are just so, they're so multicolored. You've got greens and purples and whatnot. So
pearlescence is amazing on them.
Yeah, stunning. So that's definitely going to be one of the features in there, and then one of the freshwater pearls as well. That charm has got to stand out. So when you're doing a cluster pendant, you want it to be layered. So now I need to know that I'm going to have to put a few jump rings to create the layering as well. So that I want to be near the top, bringing my chain down to where they're all going to meet. That I want to sit slightly lower, and that little daggery, toothy type pendant I want to sit even lower. And then I'm going to prepare them all and construct them like some sort of production line. So first things first, I'm going to prepare this pearl here. Okay. Now, there's two ways of creating a loop on the top of a bead, and we could either just do a simple loop or we could do a twisted loop, and I'm going to show you both ways. So for the first one, I'm going to show you the simple loop. Usually, you need around about 1 centimeter above your bead to get a perfect loop. So here I've looked, that's approximately 1 centimeter. Some people use their forefinger and their thumb as a measure, depending on the size of your fingers, or you can have a ruler to hand. When you're cutting, just make sure that you hold your pin down towards the mat so that it doesn't shoot off into your face, or into somebody else's for that matter. And then we're going to use our round nose pliers to start to create the loop. Okay, so you place the wire in between the pliers with nothing sticking out the top, and then you want to roll your wrist away from you. So roll it round, all the way around as far as it goes. Now you might not make a complete loop, and that's absolutely fine. So you need to adjust the pliers within the loop and then nudge it closed like that. What you've created there is something more of a P shape, and you want to actually turn it to be more of a a rounded shape, so almost like a little loop on the top of the pin. So you need to nudge the wire that's going through the bead back on itself, so you create a little question mark shape. If it opens up, don't worry too much, you can once again nudge it closed. Okay, we'll leave it there.
Perfect.
Great.
Okay, continue on. Sorry, I was just like, I've got a little infinity.
Oh,
I
cute.
love
That's
a really quick one because we're all selling out the kits. We've only got 11 of these. Now look, this is something different that I've never seen before. So you've got like a newer clasp. If you look, all right, I'll show you.
That's
so
nice.
I want to show you the actual pendant. I love this. It belongs to me around my wrist. Right, and I need it. Right, so you've got this like a different clasp that I've never seen. It's got a hinge here, and you turn it around. Now if I open it, it's not as secure, but look, it's like a pop on, pop off.
That is wonderful. That's so cool.
You could take that off like that and put a jump ring on that and use those for something else.
Yeah.
You've got one each end. It just makes it really easy to just pop on. But if you look, there's a bar going across your matrix of. See that little bar? So you just attach a jump ring to that little bar and it's hidden. It looks so good.
It's also, again, it's a weighty piece, isn't it?
It's really a weighty
well
piece.
made.
It's about that, yeah. I mean, the mechanics of this is brilliant. Is this sterling? I can't believe this is sterling. But there's so much silver. $7.95. Are you mad?
Jeepers.
3 grand. Do you know? I just think that
for the whole thing, not just for the clasp.
For the whole thing.
Wow.
That's sterling silver. I need it. I need it. Can I have it? I love it. $7.95. Because the infinity sign is really popular right now for families, for loved ones, as a wedding gift. It's forever. I love that. I love it. I love this. Why are these even in stock? They should be sold out. They've gone. Of course they have. So can I have that one now?
She's cheeky.
I love these as well. This one,
oh, that's
I'm going to do the large one first. Now, I would resin inside of this or use F colour. Have you ever done anything with resin?
What's that?
F colour is like it's a powdered enamel.
Right.
And so it's enamelling, and you could set your different colour enamels inside that, and I think it would make quite an Art Deco piece or a pop arty kind of piece, depending on what colours you use. I think these are also great if you wanted to push polymer clay into them, because you'd have a sterling silver pendant with your polymer clays. You could put some green behind that, or you can just have this pendant as it is. You could buy 2 of them and make them into earrings, couldn't you? Your oak leaf charm is just £7.95. You might want to put some little berry type gemstones in with them as well. But I think for me with this one, here is a sterling silver frame piece for you to then use your powdered enamels onto, with your jewel enamel powders onto, or use your varnishes onto this, or like I said, polymer clays, resins, anything like that. I think it's going to work really nicely with this. What do you reckon? £7.95. OHPK 67. Very much last in stock for these sterling silver pieces, and you could just thread this straight onto a sterling silver chain straight away. And anybody who's really mad into nature, if I saw this, like I've got a friend who does something called forest school with the kids, where you go and you take kids into, instead of being in the classroom sat down, they go out and they learn, and it's called forest school, and you do it in certain years at school. And my friend goes actually volunteers for this, and I used to volunteer for it when my kids were much younger. And you'd be like building bonfires, looking for things like badger trails and stuff like that. And she loves it. She's always in her wellies doing that. Now, if I saw this on a chain, and they teach kids about poisonous plants and different leaves to different trees and stuff like that, she'd love it. Yes. You know, maybe you've got a friend who's really into nature, gardening, things like that, a bit of a tree hugger like my mum is, then this is a perfect one to get for them. £7.95. Now I'm going to give you one that I think is so pretty. But what I would do with this, and I think this is a ready-made piece of jewellery, is I would put, now it's a leaf charm. I love the graduation. I'm going to hold it up like that if that's all right with you, Mags. I love the graduation of this. Now you'll see that there's a loop here and a loop here. Now all I would do is attach chain this way and chain that way, and that's my, I might enamel the leaves different colours, but that's it. 6.90 tiny 5. LOP K46. I love that charm. And it's these kinds of things, Hales, that actually, you know what, it's simple, it's beautiful. It just looks like a jeweller's made a piece of jewellery, doesn't it?
Yeah. I would drop a little bit of chain coming down with a little red berry hanging off the end of it.
Love that idea. Just a little embellish, a little bit of frosting from Hales. Simple elegance, a little bit of a dusting of design on there. You don't need to go mad. Sometimes we overthink things.
You could buy several and make alternative links on a bracelet so that they go different ways. Yeah, multi-buy type.
Like it. Love it. Definitely. Or a necklace, higgledy, like scalloped edges. Love it. That's why Hayley's here. So can we just have a little refresh on what we've done and then kick back on?
Did a simple little loop on the top of a bead, and I'm just going to nudge that close so it's nice and secure and it doesn't come off my pendant. And then because I'm going to create some layering, I'm going to add a jump ring to the top of that. So this is another basic jewellery making technique, is knowing how to open and close jump rings correctly. So when you're looking at a jump ring, there should be a split on the ring. Now, you might just be able to see it over there.
Aren't they sometimes called split rings, jump rings?
Yeah,
I forgot about that. That's back in the day, a split ring.
So, using our split ring to its advantage, we're going to put a pair of pliers on each side of the split. Now, very often it's commonly done that people pull the jump ring open, and then you create a U shape and you lose the lovely round shape.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. It can fracture the silver as well.
Yes, and with your lovely sterling silver jump rings that you get in the kit, you don't want to do that.
No.
So with these, we want to push it forward. Now, then you slide on your loop, and then you pull it closed again. Now, I should say that the jump rings that we get in the kit are actually solder jump rings, which are a real advantage because it means that they're more secure. But if you do have split solder jump rings, all you need to do is with a pair of shears or tin snips, you just cut the jump ring on the split and then it opens up as per normal again.
Righto.
So you can,
but always do it on the part where it's been soldered.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so I've got one bead prepared. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the other one, but this one I'm going to show you how to do a twisted loop on the top. So instead of doing it right up against the bead, I'm not going to cut any wire off. I'm going to leave a couple of millimeters above the bead, do a little tweak away from you with the wire, and then bring the wire back around towards me. Okay, turn the pliers so that they are allowing the wire to fold underneath there. That way I've got almost a closed loop, and then I'm going to start to wrap this tail end around the stalk that I left. I'm using my hands to start off with, but if you find that a bit tricky, you can then get some flat pliers to help you to wrap. Okay?
Oh, good idea.
Yeah, so it's nice and neat. Try and keep your spiral as close together as possible, and try and twist all the way down to the bead itself to keep it nice and neat.
And secure, because often you'll get something that's wire wrapped and you'll wear it, and because it's not secure in the, you haven't added that pressure to it, it just undoes.
It undoes, and it can hook on clothing.
Yeah.
Try and cut the tail end that you haven't used as close to the bead itself. There you go, snip it off so that nothing shoots into your face. And then just to flatten down that tail, I take my snipe nose or chain nose pliers and I just squish it down and twist it round, and hopefully that gets rid of the rough edge. Now in my design, so that bead I want to sit higher, this one I wanted to have it a little bit lower, so I'm going to add 2 jump rings to the top of that, so I'm getting my length within
when
the
you get alternation, then the eyes sort of
that's it. Otherwise,
focusing on
sometimes if they're all bunched together, they're actually kind of fighting with each other for space, so it gives it a bit of depth. So same thing with the jump rings, you want to push them open. Get one with a split in it, using my flat pliers, push it open. Now I am cheating here because I'm using some split rings or open jump rings to attach to a bead that I've created a wire wrap top on. But the reason why that wire wrap top is very useful is if you're working with sterling silver and semi-precious, you can actually secure these directly onto your chain or to your design so that they don't come off. So it's added security when you're using precious materials. Okay, so there we go. That's the slightly lower drop in that one. Now I'm going to add another jump ring to my little drop charm. I might actually add another 2 onto that as well, because I really, really want that one to stand out. It's such a stunning charm that I want it to be a focal point. So I'm going to add a couple of more jump rings onto the top of that.
So while you're doing that,
yep.
I went silent then because I was creating a piece of jewellery of which to steal at a later point. I love this. If I went home with this around my neck, my daughter would steal it straight away. I absolutely love it. Look at this pendant. Now you're getting the sterling silver pendant. I have just taken one of the chains from the kit. I love it. Can I put it around my neckline just to see how it's going to look when I do get it?
That's gorgeous.
Loving. $6.95. You've got all the. How much silver have you got on this? I love it. So, do you know the simplest things make a girl happy, don't they? I love this. Triangle or that sort of classic dog tooth pendant look, isn't it? Love. Need it, want it, love it, gotta have it. Goes very well with the kit, into a bracelet, into a necklace. What are you gonna do with your, maybe suspended in a crown style tiara? Like with movement. Think of all of the luster you'd get from, I love it. Maybe you want to do an enamelled ice cream on top of that and make an ice cream cone out of it, and it's sterling silver. I love that idea too. Or a polymer clay one.
Yeah.
I love it. I've got lots of you coming in for this one, and I need to tell you we've got multi-buyers. Diane's got 2, Chris has got 2, Elizabeth's got 2, Sue's got 3. We are now approaching limited because this has been seen once before, and these are the unchecked baskets remainders. Sylvia, Carol, Gillian, you've got yours. Collector in Surrey. Leslie, you've got yours. Karen, Edwina. Collector in Cumbria, you've got yours. Unchecked Baskets crew. Kathy, you're in the Unchecked Basket crew. So is Sylvia. So is Susan, Tatiana, Greater London. Collector in Merseyside, Chris in Cleveland. You're in the Unchecked Basket crew. You want to be in the Bought It crew. QEP K09. £6.95 is the price tag, which is a tiny price to pay, really, when you think about tiny pence is what it is. It's a tiny price to pay when you think about actually what you're getting. A lot of silver, quality. This is a weighty piece of silver. Oh, I love it. Love it.
Yeah, that's.
Isn't it lovely?
These charms are just knockout, aren't they?
They're fantastic.
So beautiful.
Could make one of those crazy rings.
Yeah.
Like those punk rocker rings. Punk rocker. I haven't said that since I was a child. Sold out, of course it has. Does that mean I can have that one? Yes, it does. Oh, I want the infinity as well. There's going to be a lot of beeping going off when I go through the security gates today. No, there are no security gates. Hurrah, I can roam free. I've just got to give everyone this cashew pearl strand because they need it. Biwa pearls, I mean. Textured pearls, very difficult to get hold of now. Hannah Roxburgh's told us, because the world is demanding the round perfect pearl. So those that are helping the manufacture of out of the oyster pearls, who are adding the irritants, they're striving for the round pearl. Now these gorgeous Biwa pearls are going to give you texture. They're going to, one of these in a pendant, £14.95. There's loads of them there. Ooh, is going down. Very bridal, 100% natural. We know that you love Biwa pearls, but we're giving them to you at a reduced price tag of £9.95. I don't think they'll last. Not for about 2 minutes, I reckon, before these sell out. Quickly, quickly, quickly. If you want to get yours, it's on the phone lines, on the website and on your app. If you, oh, where are you shopping with us here? There we go. Sorry, jewellery makers. Sorry, jewellery makers. My mane and tail is shedding. £9.95. ZUDP02 is your item code. 26 by 8 millimetres, and they go down to 17 by 8 in their graduations. What are you going to do with yours? I'm going to leave those on your screen, and we're going to continue being inspired by Hales Bales. I'm calling you that. I was going to say, do you mind me calling you that? But let's face it, I call Mark Smith Smithy, and he hates it, and I still do it. Hates it.
Doesn't matter.
All right, Smithy, and he goes like this. When I do it. I love the face, that's why, because I love the...
I might have to find a face.
I love it. You find it. I love the look of disapproval given to me by one of our guest designers, Mark Smith, aka Smithy. I strive to make him make that face, and I reckon I can do it about 20 times in the 4 hours.
Okay.
That's my record. So where are we at now,
Right,
Hales
we're
Bales?
nearly there. We're nearly there. What are we going to do lastly is before construction is create a tassel chain. So we're using the bracelet chain for that. Because it's nice and chunky and it's going to give us some real substance to that. So I want 4 evenly cut, you can actually have it shorter, but I'm going to use 4 evenly cut pieces of chain. And the best way to cut chain evenly is if you have a loose bit of wire or a head pin, get one end on one side of the wire and one end of your chain on the other. Okay. Find a way that it doesn't drop off the end, and then what you're going to do is you're going to hold it up, drag your fingers down, and then find the middle, and that way you can cut it perfectly in the middle with your cutters. Sometimes you might lose a link or two. In this case we're only losing 1, I believe. Okay, there we go.
You've snipped that
I've
off.
snipped it in half, yeah.
You savage.
Right, I know.
But I
Feels
love the way it
rebellious.
looks.
Yeah.
I love the way it looks.
Now, that's too long. I'm going to want 4 pieces. I think I said
Always to go too long first. You don't want to go snip happy.
That's it.
Like when you do your own fringe. It's a mistake. It's a big
I made
mistake.
that mistake before.
Yeah, we all have.
All right.
I've done it to a horse before.
Did they mind?
Well,
did they
I
neigh?
did. It was. No. No, it looked terrible. Terrible. I put it in plaits so my daughter wouldn't notice. She'll never notice. I'll just plait the pony. Be fine.
Genius. Right, now to get our 4 drops, we get one end of the chain onto your piece of wire on the same side, and then the other one onto the other side, and then we snip again.
I like the way you say snup.
Do I say snup?
Snup.
Snop again.
Snup. My friend Gaynor says mulk.
Oh, instead of milk.
Yeah, mulk. Could be mulk.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Did she say that a
yeah?
lot?
Ah, shame.
Okay, there we go. Now I'm just going to snop
Snup. I love it.
the chain link at the bottom of each of those ones, and the hope is that we have matching size tassels.
It's all about the detail here.
It's all about the detail. If you don't, there is one that's not playing ball here. Let me just give
When
it a
they
little-
don't do that, it's easy to lose your temper. Don't do that. Put
No,
it down.
certainly not live
Down
on
to
TV.
6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Will you just snup?
There you go. Okay, so there is one. Now you hold it up and you can see perfectly. There's one link that...
Let's have a look at that, Margaret. There we go.
There
Just
you
gotta
go.
hold it nice and still for Margarita. There we go.
Actually, it might just be that because that wire is slightly curved.
That was the wire, it wasn't the check. There we go.
There you go.
Perfection.
Okay, so now we can load that onto our jump ring. And we've got a lovely, hopefully, it all goes on nice and smoothly. 1. 2. Just make yourself some tea in the meantime.
Yeah. Teasmaids, they're coming back in, aren't they? Jewellery makers, have you seen that?
What, are they Wallace and Gromit style ones?
Is he? I don't know if they got a teasmaid, have they?
Yeah.
Yeah?
They've created their own type of...
Well, my mum used to have one when we were little. So I used to sneak back into her bed,
Aw.
make us a cup of tea in the morning. And I
That's very
thought, what
sweet.
happened to that? I suppose people were knocking them over and scolding themselves.
Yes, probably.
Probably.
Okay, so now that we've got all our components constructed, I'm going to add a jump ring to the top of that. so that when it hangs straight rather than sideways.
Brian doesn't know what a tease made is, everyone. Mag's mum had ones, because we're the same age, Mag. Do you know what a tease made? Hang on, Ryan, you're the same age as me. Where were your parents during the revolution that was the tease made? How old are you? Oh, no, you're not. You're really young, aren't you? What are you, 30, aren't you, Ryan? 28. Oh, who do I think I am? I'm like 10 years older than you. Yeah, I'm down with the kids. Me and Ryan, we're the same age. Sorry, Ryan. I know I'm 36, but Ryan's 28. But back in the 80s, you used to have an alarm clock, and you'd set your alarm for 8 o'clock. And you know about tease maids, I don't have to tell you, but I'm telling these young people. So you'd set your alarm for 8 o'clock, Ryan, in the morning. When your alarm went off, just before that, the tea starts brewing. So when it goes meep, 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 you stop, and it's in the cup and everything. Yeah. Just got to pour the milk in, Rye. Perfect. Well, why didn't they still have them? I think they're coming back now, because I reckon people might have been like, half asleep, and it might have been a thing. I don't know. Because we all put them right next to our beds, but probably they're going to advise you now not to put it right next to your bed.
Well, they've redesigned them so that you can't somehow.
That will be it. Yeah. There'll be a safety catch.
Yeah.
It'll be genius.
Yeah.
Mary says, still have a tease made, use it daily. Retirement is one. I can't wait for retirement. Oh. I saw an old couple today on my way here in a Winnebago. And they were probably in their 70s like this. And I thought, see a lot of old people in Winnebagos. And then I thought, it's because they probably wanted one since they were 30, like me. And it's taken them that long to actually save up for one. Yeah. This is why we see all these. I love them. I want a Winnebago. Who doesn't?
It's a permanent holiday, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm bored. Oh no, I want to go somewhere. I've got my Winnebago. I can go anywhere. Yeah. I can rock up here and just stay here.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
Oh, the weather's bad. Let's go to the other side of the country.
Let's do it. Winnebagos, everyone. Other wheeled vehicles are available now. But nothing's as special as a Winnebago. Perfect rounds. Perfect rounds.
Those are lovely.
Perfect rounds.
Yes.
Bridal strand. What are you talking about? $7.95. Why would these only be $7.95? These are real pearl. Are these shell pearl? Are they shell? No, they're real. They're out of an oyster pearl. Oh, they're perfect. They're perfect. Jan's got them, has she? Ah, $7.95, everybody. CAMG81. Begs belief. Just knot them. Put them straight in it. Pearl knot them. Put them with clasp on the end. Beautiful, expensive-looking necklace. Pearls are expensive in London, in Cambridge, in all the big cities. It's expensive for a pearl bracelet or necklace.
You buy them in duty free. That's where people save up and buy their money, buy pearls in duty free when they're travelling, because
they do.
They have that
little saving. Yeah. Duty free is not what it was, though.
No, it's really not.
It's not. It's not what it was. You don't get. I don't think it's any good duty free anymore.
No, I don't think it is.
You used to get to the airport and be like, yes, this perfume's half the price. It's not. And in fact, you get better. I probably shouldn't talk about this. It's probably a reason why I'm not supposed to allow it. It's not, and you don't get the good, you go into a big department store and they're like, you get this free, and by the way, I'll give you some testers, and you're like, yes! Duty free, it's like, that's the product. No, not doing it. Not doing it. Even the booze, it's cheap at the other end.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, duty free, what's that about now? Right. Let's get back, where were we? Sorry.
All right, no. We're at the end now, so it's literally a case of stringing. So I've got one of those lovely box chains. And because I prepared everything, it's literally a case of just sliding it on into position. So putting it on from the end where there is just a loop on the end, you should be able to slide it through each jump ring. Easy. If you find that is a problem when you've got smaller jump rings, if you just take your flat pliers, squish the loop very gently, not too much because you don't want it to flatten down, and then you can reopen it up again with your round pliers.
Or you can open the jump rings and close them over the top of the chain.
Or you could do that too, yeah. But in this case, hopefully it should all just...
You're good. You're cooking with gas there.
Hopefully it should run. I've picked the jump rings well.
Have you got any good South African sayings for us? You know, like I just said, you're cooking with gas, or can't see for looking here. What's a saying in South Africa?
What's lekker?
What's that mean?
That means it's very nice.
It's very nice.
Yes, it's really good. Or it's baie lekker. So that's Afrikaans. Or this is a surfer slang. It's kif. Now that's an 80s, 90s.
That's kif.
Yeah. So
kif. That's cool, yeah?
So
Like gnarly.
when I was a kid, that's what we used to
That's
say.
kiff.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm going to use that. It's better than what my daughter's using. I was saying this yesterday. Peng.
What does that mean?
It means that is nice. That's good. Oh, that is well peng. That boy, mummy, is peng. This pizza is peng. And all her friends come around, they say peng about 20 times. Not even a word. It doesn't even mean anything.
No, that's There you go.
Weird.
Weird.
Phil's is, that's textbook. Yours would be that, Phil, wouldn't it?
There we go.
Oh, I love this. Beautiful. Beautiful design.
There you go.
Have a look. How gorgeous.
And I tell you what, it's got a bit of weight to it. With that chain and that charm, it feels really expensive.
Would look amazing with what you're wearing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. And it's all sterling silver
All
and
sterling
gemstones.
silver, yeah.
How much would you charge for something like this?
Oh, that's a nice weighty piece with that charm on it. Oh, I'd say we're looking about £40.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily. That is well kiff. It's well kiff, that.
In it.
In it, bruv. It's well kiff, bruv. I love that. I think it's beautiful when you hold it out like that, actually. Look, it is peng. It's any teenagers watching now, I'm down with you. It's peng. My daughter's watching now. She's probably shot the telly with some socks. Because I'm so embarrassing.
Cringing with embarrassment.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Any teenagers watching this might be doing their GCSE textiles projects. They might be, actually. Now, I've got some clear quartz for you. Clear quartz goes with everything. It's a stash essential. You have to have clear quartz when you want. Actually, clear quartz wouldn't go amiss in this piece, you know.
Yeah.
The smaller one, not the big one.
Yeah.
Because it would.
That
Actually,
would
a
be
little clear
lovely.
quartz on there would be a
Yeah.
beautiful addition. And I think that often, when you're missing something, when you're missing that little bit of bling, that bubble, then this is what you want. And they are like adding little bubbles to your jewellery. Look at that glow, isn't it beautiful? And I love the fact that you've got both of these in stretchy bracelets with your coloured thread or coloured elastic. You can use these. You can use these in tiaras. Anything like that. Bubble techniques are perfect. So a bubble technique is where you got lots of movement in a piece of jewellery. So it's all maybe like got a head pin in it and a little loop, and you can pop lots of them in a cluster on. I think you should have called this Cleary Magnificent, because that's my surname. What do you think there, Phil? I said I thought about it, and then I thought, no, there's nothing magnificent about Clearys. I would probably agree with you. Beautiful glow, beautiful quality, and a bit of a whoops-a-daisy price tag. 2 strands, genuine clear quartz, £8.94. 94? He pressed the 4 instead of the 5. You Wally. AFG C10 is your item code. You can't put the price up. What are you doing? Don't change it to a 5. That's £7.95. What was it before? £8.95. So you had to take a pound. Philip, you're such a weirdo. £7.95, and then he went, I don't like the 4. What were you offended by the 4? What am I complaining for? It's better. 4 looked wrong. 4's not his favourite number. What is your favourite number? Have you got a favourite number, Mags?
7.
7. Is that because of rugby or?
Just like 7.
Just like it, like the look of it, like the way it slants. Sometimes it might have a line in the middle, sometimes it just depends how it feels.
Strong number.
It's a strong number. Favourite number?
9.
Number 9. For any particular reason?
Well, my birthday has a 9 in it.
9th of the what?
October.
9th of
29th
October.
yeah.
29th of October. So you're a Libra.
Scorpio.
Oh, you're just Scorpio.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why I love that little charm, because it's got that scorpion's tail
Ah,
feel. Yeah.
stinging a tail. My brother's a Scorpio and he's one of my favourite humans, so I like you a bit more now. Favourite numbers, boys in the gallery? 8 for Ryan, because it's like infinity.
Curvy.
It's curvy. Oh, yeah, it's curvy, like a woman. What about you, Philip? What? 18. Is that because it's got a curvy woman and a man stood next? Why? Why 18? Best years of your life? It's your all-stars number. His football squad number. Oh. There you go, jewellery makers. I didn't know. I was like, what's an all-star number? I don't know. $7.95. I thought it was like something nerdy you do, because you're quite nerdy, aren't you? He's brilliant. I love Phil. He's the ultimate nerd. He is the Alan Partridge of producers. You can't not love him. AFGC10. I've actually got him saved in my phone as Partridge, haven't I, Phil? So when he rings me, it's Partridge. I'm going to start getting the ringtone that just goes, aha. £7.95. Clearly magnificent. You can do so much with these. Susan in Kent, Philippa, Linda, Victoria, Gillian, collector in Merseyside, Sally in South Yorks, collector in Florida, Donny, you're in Cheshire, check your basket out, Donny. Now I'm going to go back over there. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure, thank you.
You've been ace today, you have. We are not going anywhere. You must stay here. You can't go anywhere.
I shall.
Yes, stay there. We're going to be learning more sayings, more South African sayings. I love all of that. I love all of that. Now, I am going to give you... So, hasn't today gone really quick? This afternoon's gone so quickly. Madness. It's great to have your company. It's madness, it is. I think ballerina Zena Broadbeaner is up next for you. I don't know who she's with. Oh, of course she's with De Bruges. Darling De Bruges. Have you been shopping with us today? What have you bought? Let me know. What projects are you working on right now? Is there something... I know I'm asking you like 7,000 questions. That's like when I haven't seen my friends for ages. What are you doing? Who are you going out with? What did you eat? They're like, right, this is what I want to know from you. What projects are you working on? Or what jewellery making genre are you working on that maybe we're not showing here on Jewellery Maker? Or crafting genre? What's the buzzword for you in craft right now? I want to know. I want to know because I'm nosy and because I want to be on the same wavelength as you. You know, just like with the kids, it's peng. I want to be on the peng level with you. All right? Have you heard of that, Sarzi? The word peng? Because you're young. She's heard of it. How old are you, Sarzi? 19. She's 19. 19. I was raving when I was 19. You've got something for me there, Sarzi, haven't you? Let's see. Sarzi, everyone. Let's suck her youth out. Let's take it from her.
Don't do that.
Thank you so much. The gorgeous Sarzi. Bless her. These. Have we ever seen these before? Oh. I love these. When I worked in Gemporia, this is years ago now, mind, Rai and I, Rai's my director now, we worked a night shift together, didn't we, darling? Through the night together, me and Rai. Do you remember we had a collection and it was turquoise with gold in it? Well, I love it. This is the same kind of I love it. I love these. You're going to absolutely love it. Look at them. Will you look at them? I love these. They're so different. They're beautiful. I love the fact that the matrix is highlighted by the gold. And actually, if you look really, really closely, it looks like little tiny shards, little particles, little fragments of gold. These are beautiful. They're my favourites. They're my new favourite cabs. They are fabulous. Don't you think I need a ring made out of? I'd make it out of the oval. Yeah, I love it. I reckon actually, whoever you give these to is going to love these for different reasons. The colours, the depth, the patterns, that polished look. Oh, aren't these fantastic?
Yeah, they're gorgeous. That gold in there, that's the thing that I'm loving.
Highlights it, yeah. I've never seen these before and I really love them. We've only got 8 left. They're just so different to any of our other cabochons and I just love that colour. So you've got an apatite and polymer composite. So it's real apatite bonded together with that with the polymers, and yeah, the resins and the polymers. Oh, I just love it. Margaret, Philippa, Gillian, Carola, Lola, Sue, Lisa, Collection Midside, Collection Zari. We're now down to 6. You're going to have to be very quick if you want these. Come through on the phone lines, come through on the website. Only Margaret and Ash are on the phone lines right now. Collection Tyne Way, you've just popped yours in your basket. Mandy from Hertfordshire, you've got yours. Make sure you are checking out. You cannot miss out on these. Once they're gone, they're gone. I've never seen these. I've been here for many, many years. You're loving them. You're loving them. Queues on phone lines and on web now. I've got another slush. Do I get 2 Shireite ones, yeah? Get them both. I'm thinking a big wire. Oh, I love these. Really dramatic. If you can't be dramatic in your personality, be dramatic in your jewellery. Can I show you? Look, look. Watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this. Oh, I'd have to have something reversible. I wouldn't want to just put something behind that. I want it in a bracelet, but I want to be able to flip reverse it. Oh, I just need... Do you need words when you've got something this gorgeous? What are you going to do with them? You know you need them. You're going to have to be very quick. At $9.95, down from $14.95, you get 2 50 carats each in the Shireite and polymer composite multi-shaped cabochons. What a great blend. But I'm behind these every step of the way. I'd use traditional gold. I'd use rose gold with these. I'd use silver with these. I think these could go on the top of a trinket box. These could go in jewellery. These could go on the very, very front of your scrapbooks or your spell books. These could go in the middle of a cushion if you're going to do shoes. Of course. They look amazing in shoes. This way round.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at you. Oh, I need shoes. I need some just... Oh, what colour shoes should I get? These on the front of shoes. It's a brilliant idea. We've got a Tanzanite strand coming up for you as our deal of the day today. It was launched this morning by the fabulous Carol, who I haven't seen for ages. So when we were switching over, we were like... the gorgeous Fleur was with you also. We have got loads of treats for our last hour. Hasn't it gone fast, this 4 hours? I feel like I've blinked and it's gone like that. Don't forget to keep texting us on the phone. On your phone, it's 60777. You can get through to us on the website as well. And send some messages on Facebook too. Loads of messages of yours will be coming up after the break. I'll be chit-chatting, getting the gossip from you. After this, we'll be back soon.
I started making jewellery about 4 years ago. A friend of mine asked me to go to a class with her, and I love arts and crafts, so I thought, great, that would be lovely. Went along and we did lots of the basic jewellery, such as learning just to attach a clasp. We did a stretchy bracelet, a Byzantine chainmail bracelet, beady beads, all those sort of things. I found out about Jewellery Maker at the classes that I went to. The lady there was very good. She gave us a lot of her suppliers that she used, and she also mentioned Jewellery Maker. So I started watching that and got hooked, and just every day it's on in my home. If I'm doing anything at all, it's always on in the background. I love the Jewellery Maker channel because it's a one-stop shop. You can get virtually anything you need from there. It's good quality products. I think the most important thing would be to say, don't be put off by Carol singing. Just turn the sound down slightly.
Did you know that if you go to JewelleryMaker.com and sign up to our mailing list, then you'll receive 10% off your first order with us. We'll also keep you updated with special offers, themed shows, program guides and Jewellery Maker tutorials. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Deal of the day. Oh, do you know what? We haven't had loads of Tanzanite lately, have we? And I know sometimes we get lots of Tanzanite, and what we're very guilty of actually is going, all of this Tanzanite, I want it all in my show. And you get all of it, and then you go, oh no, a week later, we've got no Tanzanite left because we've been greedy as presenters and producers and tried to get it all. I have got such a play acrylic strand for you. I'm sure if you watched Carol's show this morning, the first thing she would have said, and I don't know, is that the pleochroism in this strand is exceptional. Pleochroism is when you look at a gemstone and you don't just see one colour, you see an array of different colours coming through from that strand. Look. What a beautiful strand. And can I just say, to get non-faceted rondelles, and I hate the word plain. Plain. What does plain describe? Something that's not really plain. No one wants to be a plain Jane super brain. I do. I do. Now, these are just non-faceted, there's nothing plain about them, they're gorgeous. But when you've got something that's non-faceted, it opens up a different avenue of genres in terms of what jewellery you're going to make out of it, because suddenly this is going to appeal not just to the ladies, but also to the chaps who might want to have a little bit of blue. I think chaps can wear bling in things like bracelets and cufflinks, but I think outside of that they tend to want to go for something that isn't faceted. So maybe a leather thong necklace with one of these either side of a knot would be really lovely, and something that a guy could wear. Now, Tanzanite is a gemstone that it has a lot of media hype about it, doesn't it? And I think more and more people are becoming aware of what Tanzanite as a gemstone is. Tanzanite comes from one place in the world, one mine, which is at the foothill of Mount Kilimanjaro. And I'm sure if you do watch lots of different shopping channels, you're very educated on the fact that Tanzanite is a really rare gemstone. If maybe it's just that you flick through lots of pages on the internet of jewellers, maybe you love to go and look at the new range from Tiffany & Co. Maybe you absolutely got to go into the Cartier shop at the airport and have a look. Maybe it's Bulgari for you. You go in there and you're seeing this amazing blue gemstone that looks like the Princess Diana sapphire, that Ceylon kind of sapphire, but there's something different about it. Well, Tanzanite is just taking over. I think it's trying to leapfrog off the back of a diamond, and I do think actually now a lot of people are looking to Tanzanite for their engagement rings. I think we're getting a bit fed up of just having those diamond solitaires. Everyone's had them for years. We're looking for something different. We're looking for a coloured gemstone that's going to excite us, and Tanzanite is going to do that. Tanzanite is a gemstone that if you walk into those jewellers, you're going to see a huge price tag behind it. And why? Because the world loves Tanzanite, because of its rarity, because of the fact that we cannot get enough of this gemstone that gives us not just blue, but when we get it outside, you see pinks, you see burgundies, a gemstone that gives us a richness, yet a softness. Diamonds can't do that. They give us fire and all of that. They do, and they're pretty, and you know they're expensive, so we want them. But Tanzanite's really expensive when you go out and see it. You go into Tiffany & Co. I've been in I went to Tiffany & Co. in Dubai Mall, and they don't grade their Tanzanite in there, so you can't tell, you know, it's just Tanzanite, and it's just Tanzanite. I mean, Tanzanite, and it's Tanzanite at that price tag, whether it's a different grade or not. And it's something that we aspire to own, isn't it? Now let's have a look at these rondelles and think about how we can put them into our jewellery. A rondelle is super versatile, and because of the graduation of these, we've got the options of making some finer, delicate jewellery from the smaller ones. We can make something a little bit more substantial when we work our way to the centre and these get larger. You've got an extra long strand here. Now this is our deal of the day. Deal of the day, no, actually most of our deal of the days that I know you've loved have sold out before we've even got to this point in the afternoon show. So I'm really happy that we got some of these left. It makes do you know, we did have a massive quantity of these this morning. We've only got the last tiny percentage left. £39.95. Look how much, you've got 90 blooming carats in here. It is a precious gemstone. It is. Now I've got 40 and a bit centimetres. What are we going? 38 centimetres guaranteed minimum. And I took my tassels away.
Story of my life. £39.95. MHUD08 is your item code. Make sure you check out baskets. What percentage of the stock sold out already, Phils? We've only got 40%. 40% of the entire day's stock. This is supposed to last for 3 shows. They sold 60%. There was, we look to try and give you, make sure that every show has a third each, because that's fair, because different people come in at different times of the day. You might have been at work all day and you don't tune in until 5 o'clock, and then you will have missed your deal of the day opportunity. It might be that you take the kids to school and so, you know what, you've got a couple of hours in the afternoon. That's your time of watching. So we try to be fair and but if it sells out, it sells out. $39.95, we've only got 40% of the entire day's stock. It's supposed to last right until 9 o'clock tonight. I don't think it's going to. MHU D08, 90 carats of gorgeous Tanzanite, absolutely stunning. Hell's bells, what would you do with yours?
Well, because they're lovely and smooth, I would actually keep them, either stack them so graduated, but like you said, you can keep them, make them individual, but using those sterling silver chains that we have.
Has to be sterling.
Oh, without a doubt. You could have just an individual bead on a bit of silver wire with some chain going up, so it's just a little hint.
Just one gemstone?
Yeah, just so it's really beautiful and delicate. Maybe make the chain shorter so it sits just in that little area. It's really sexy, that little area. So,
oh yeah, that is quite sexy, that area.
Follows the collarbone, so yeah.
So just have it nestling in there.
Yeah.
That's where I've been going wrong in my life. I thought there were a completely different area of that part was sexy, and it wasn't, and it definitely isn't now anyway. Now, one of these, you know what Hayley is making a huge point there, one of these, because of that striking colour, put them with pearls, for goodness sake, they look gorgeous with pearls. £39.95. You've got 90 carats. Now the graduations are 3x1 to 6x3 towards the centre, they get larger. And I had 40 and a bit, didn't I, on mine? You got a 38 centimetre strand, that's guaranteed minimum. For under £40, this should have sold out by now for under £40, completely and utterly. That will sell out by tonight when Xena Broadbeaner comes to you. Now, should we get zesty? Can I what? I did say Maggie should wear orange.
Orange shorts. That's the only orange.
She's got orange shorts. Can I tell you, I'm picturing you. You're at a wedding. You're wearing, you know I said about that Karen Svillen, sounds like that. Really, you know, expensive for a high street shop, kind of boutiquey, isn't she? I'm imagining you've got heels on Mags, she's got a lovely slim figure on Mags, so I want a long bodycon midi dress. It goes all the way down past your knees, down to mid-calf. You're in heels, and it's bright orange, and you've got maybe black shoes or nude shoes on. Now, Mags has got this lovely olive complexion and dark hair. You're going to look sexy in orange. I have to have a big, I have to make myself very, very tanned up to get, because I'm pale. If you have got, but this is a point now. Yeah, proper trowel it on. Proper trowel it on. Like if it gets hot, it starts to melt and peel. Now, this is a colour, I think, now I can't really wear bright oranges, but if I could wear this if I mixed it with peach. I could wear this if I mixed it with something like this and colour blocked. So think about that, but also think about the fact that your customers might come along and they might have that complexion such as Mags has, and they are going to look hot to trot in orange, and you're going to say, do you know what, because I look at people like Mags and I think, I'm jealous because you can wear such amazing strong colours, and you as a blondie can really say, you know what, this is going to look amazing on you. It's like if you've got curly hair or straight hair, whatever you've got, my hair is poker straight. I wish it had a curl to it. You know, it's the same sort of thing, isn't it? I just love these striking oranges because I think that one is going to make a great addition to a friendship bracelet, a macrame bracelet, and you don't have to put all of your eggs into one basket. You don't have to put one orange piece of jewellery. You can mix it up with so many different colours. Love the zest of these. You get 3 strands. 3? What millimeterage are these, darling? 6 millimetres. Is what they are. £2 a strand. 2 tiny pounds a strand. £5.95. Some craft magazines are more than that. Have you seen the price of magazines lately?
Yeah.
What happened? When you've got kids and they go, can you get me a magazine? And you think, oh, it'll be a couple of quid. £8 later, not doing it. And they're like, oh, but I get a free sticker book. It's not free, is it? Because the magazine has cost about 2p to produce. £5.95, QTG, see the gripes of a modern mother. QTG C83, oh, one it was a Beano, 20p. I used to love Ivy the Terrible, I could relate to her. £5.95. She was my hero. She was. Only she used to get out of trouble, you know, in it and out of it. I just used to get in it. Three strands is what you're getting. And you know what? This is great for kids because they're nice, bright colours and kids home in on them because it's easier for them to make things, especially things with patterns like a braiding technique where you've got to follow a certain pattern and then add a gemstone. If they're nice and bright, it's easier to learn because you just quickly pick up the bright colour. So think about these for learning gemstones as well. Great straight away in stretchies, just a fab colour. And if you're going to do a bubble bracelet and you want loads of different colours like Notting Hill Carnival colours, just put them all together. It'll be fantastic. And I've got loads more to bring to you. Make sure you're checking out baskets for that one. Can I do these greenies? My favourite colour, green. I just love it. These are... Oh, my tummy rumbled. Did you hear that? It went... Rawr. Have a look. I needn't have mentioned it then, had I? I thought you might have heard it. It went... Rawr. So... Oh, I love these. Rosary, link them with rose. Oh, do you know what? These are going to look lovely in an anklet. These are from Russia with love, darlings. With the tans. Oh, I love those together. Really strong colour. These are 4mm rounds. And these are totally and utterly natural. Now, these are supposed to... calm your emotions. In my Myths and Legends box, it actually says they're supposed to clam your emotions, but I think they got the L in the wrong place. They're supposed to smooth your nerves. I think, again, there's been a typo and it's supposed to soothe your nerves. Enhance creativity. And here's one for us, all of us, because none of us are married. Are you married?
No.
No, me either. This one is supposed to help you married life happier. So this is why none of us are married. We didn't have Amazonite. No one told me. No one told me.
Snap it up straight away.
Why wasn't that in the manual of life? Why? What are you going to do with yours? They're gorgeous. I love that you get Myth and Legends behind genuine gemstones. £5.95. Beading techniques that, you know, fine beading techniques. Do you ever do like little beading techniques with peyote stitching, stuff like that? Is that a thing?
I do little friendship bracelets with woven techniques and what have you.
What kind of technique do you do?
You know the one that you do for the men's, you know that men's bracelet all the footballers used to wear? What's that one called? So you do, it's an over and an under and a through, so it's a 3-strander. I forget what it's called.
Not macrame?
It is a form of macrame, but there was some bracelets that follow that. But if you do it without the beads, you get a long row of that stitch, and then you have one big stunning bead in the middle, and then that's all you need.
I need to know what this footballer's technique is, please. Somebody please text us in, because I've got David Beckham in my mind now.
A couple of years back, it was the rage. They were all wearing it, yeah. Oh. And they had sparkly beads in them.
Like a Shambhala style bracelet. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Put your teeth away, Suarez. It's Shambhala. £5.95. I went to a big store in London, and there's a thing of Suarez, and he's like actually playing football, but he's like this. So I held my son up under it and made my brother take a picture of him. It's my favourite photo because it looks like my son's being eaten by Suarez. £5.95. He's the bitey one, you know, the bitey one. He's a bit bitey. O-I-K Y71. You can't just go around biting people. Not a jewellery maker. You'd never get away with it, would you? Imagine. Just imagine if Ali Defoy just came up to me and bit me. Just wouldn't happen. $5.95. OIK. Why 71? 35 carats is what you're getting in this Amazonite. I love this. I put it with rose gold, I would.
Yes, that would look beautiful.
Do you know, actually, these will go around my popals. My pink opals. Popals, said Rai in my ears. Popals? When I say something to my mum that's quite normal, like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just going to the shop. The shop? Why do mums do that? You're like, yes, the shop, it's normal, mum. Does your mum do that? Is it just mine? Is it just mine? The shop? Yes, mum, the shop.
Mum sounds ace.
My mum sounds like she's complete, well, what can I say? She is a massive hippie. Massive hippie. Isn't that beautiful around these? Oh, I love it. What have I got, jewellery makers? Look at this one. This is my favourite one. Pink opal pendants. Cool. Love them. I love that. I love it. Beautiful shape. We don't get that elongation. These are Peruvian opal. I do think opals are lucky. Don't care what anyone says. I know some people don't even believe in luck. I love them. I need these. I think they're just beautiful. I love the colours of them. I love the patterns of them. And you know, again, I'm giving you a collection of cabochons that are totally different. What would you do with these, Hale?
Well, it's you know that ring that I made in the first part of the show?
Yeah, with the fold over.
Yeah, exactly. So those would be perfect for fold over. So you could do make your claws a little bit more pointy, so they're more like claws. So it'd be some kind of fold over pendant, perhaps, or or a big chunky ring again.
I think you've got loads of scope for your design here. I think there's lots of opportunities because the sizes are all different, aren't they?
Yeah.
But I love that colour. Opal gets me every time. And this is your birth gemstone as well, isn't it?
It is,
so
yes.
it's very lucky for you in particular to wear opals. It's my mum's birth gemstone. £14.95. He don't like it. He don't like that price. £9.95. That's all you're paying. £9.95. You have got 1, 2, 3, 4 pendants. BHN V82. £9.95. Claire, you've got yours. Lisa, Jeffrey, Leslie, Heidi, Philippa, Gillian, Shirley, you've got yours. Collector in Tyne and West. Sonia in the Scottish Highlands, where I believe the weather is glorious right now. To race it, yes. Do you know what? Doesn't it it makes a lovely change that we're here in England going, oh, weather's rubbish, and Scotland for once are like, ha ha, it's lush here. Yeah. It's really lush. Jem has messaged in. Let's have a little look. See, hiya, Jem. Wow, they're delicious. They are delicious. In fact, if you could eat these, they would be delicious. You can't. Don't try it. You'll break your teeth if nothing else. £9.95. Gorgeous. And I love some of these. I mean, this one's like a real smooth, fluid colour, isn't it? It's all the same colour. The other ones are all mixed up. You're going to get a blend of both as well. Oh, I love it. Keep texting us in from without your text messages. We feel lonely. Says in Cheshire's back. Weather has been glorious all week in Cheshire, Jen. Well, it's further up north, isn't it, to us? In Cheshire, is it? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, I go that way, don't I? Yeah, you know, that way. From where we live, it's that way, isn't it? You've got to go miles down the M1. Yeah, Cheshire. Is that how I got to Cheshire? Is that how I got there? Can't remember. Yeah. Anyway, £9.95. Been there twice to Cheshire. Horsey-related events, darling. Yeah. Very muddy at the time because it was winter. We've only got 3 of these left. Oksana, collector in Greater London, Jenny in Somerset, Shirley, you're all up for this, and a lot of multi-buyers. I don't want you missing out. That would be a tragedy. £9.95 for you. What are you going to do with yours? If you want some inspiration on cabochons, chat to our guest designers on Facebook. Have you got a Facebook page?
I do, yes.
What is it, Hale?
It's Hayley Kruger, guest designer.
Kruger?
Yeah.
How are you spelling that? Not like Freddie. The same spelling?
Exactly the same, yeah.
He's not a real person, so that's fine.
It's okay, yes, but...
it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Now, Tina! Tina, Psychic Tarot Reader. Hi, Jen. Pink opal is the stone of hope. It's been lovely down here in South Sea. South Sea? That's not far. I've been to South Sea. Hey, have I met you then, Tina? Because at one time, 2 ladies from South Sea. No, I'm mixing South Sea up with Southend-on-Sea, aren't I? That's not the same thing, no? South Sea, Southend-on-Sea, same thing or not? I just don't know. Now, Southend isn't far from us. It's not far. Is it far from you, Southend?
Not
It's Brighton your nearest
Brighton's
beach.
probably my closest.
Loves
beach.
a bit of Brighton.
Yeah.
Going for my mum's birthday because she's going to be old. And she wants to go back to when it was mods and rockers. So we're taking her there.
Sweet.
Doing some stuff I can't talk about because it's like surprising. Yeah, it was all about the mods and the rockers after she'd been a hippie. And my mum started off as a mod, but then fancied a rocker, so she was a turncoat. Have a look. Mum, you turncoat, have you got no loyalties? He was very handsome, Jenny. Now, that's my mum's actual voice. I love these. He was very handsome, Jenny. You can't help how you feel. All right, Mum. Look at these. Again, now if you are getting into beading techniques, and by beading techniques you're starting to use smaller beads, you're starting to do bead weaving, you're starting to, maybe it's just a simple technique such as a rosary link or something like that. Maybe you've got the bead loom. How obsessed are we with bead looms? I am a fully converted lunatic. I'm a lunatic. Have you never heard that? I'm glad that I've said something that one person hasn't heard for like 100 times. I am a lunatic, Rai. If nothing else, I'm a lunatic. You can start to weave with gemstones. You can start to compile them into patterns for them to form different shapes, different bracelets, different belts, putting them with macrame techniques. You know what, in the 70s, macrame, or if you're American, macrame, so popular. And actually, you perhaps might not know it, but if you're around in the 70s, or if you're a baby that's come off the back of the 70s, you know there's got this, macrame is like crossing threads, so all these different sort of techniques using thread. Do you remember, now just think about this, it's a hanging basket type thing and it had a spider plant in it,
yes.
And it was macrame here and it had a glass bowl in it and then tassels, right?
Yep.
And then the spider plant.
Yep.
That's macrame, that is. Did you know that, Mags? That's macrame, that is. You can do things like that with this, and let's bring those back. I'd love to have a show where we had like macrame bikinis, macrame homeware, because this is what they did in the 70s and it was amazing. Macrame skirts, just macrame everything. I'd love it, wouldn't you? A big like I'm thinking of our old house when I was little, and we had one of those massive wicker chairs with the big thing at the back of you here and then a little stooly bit. Did you have one of them? And everyone had their picture. A lot of pampas grass. You don't have that so much now because it's like symbolic for something else, but I like it. It's all fluffy and gorgeous, isn't it? But macrame stuff everywhere, being a hippie, I love that. Let's bring it back. And I think, yeah, I hope that, you know, because I want to bring back pampas graphs into my life, but I'm afraid. Now, have a look. I'm afraid the door might knock. Have a look. Now you don't get, but these just go together really well. So what I'm saying is use these threading techniques and add these beads in with it. And sugar bowl, hey, you know, back in the day when Granny had a sugar bowl and it had like demerara, really posh sugar my Gran used to have, like shards of, I don't know what it was called, but I used to like pick it up and it used to be like crystals, but it was actual sugar, like decorative sugar, like big crystals of sugar, brown, lush. Anyway, she'd have this little cloth thing, little thing she'd done herself. I think she did have teeth left. How dare you? She didn't eat it, I did. Yeah, like crochet, and around the edge were little beads like this, and it used to keep it on the sugar bowl so the flies didn't get in the sugar. Genius.
I remember that.
Yeah, it's crochet, and it's like it just goes over the sugar bowl. Things like that, little romantic things like that. Where have they gone? Romance is dead. The romance is dead in there. But it is. Picnics, crocheting things,
Doilies.
knitting things, craft, you know, it's
What about
romantic.
the doll with the dress over the toilet cover, over the toilet paper?
Yes, yes! Not necessarily bringing that back.
But things, and also things like our grannies used to make us rag dolls, and actually you're thinking about that. My rag doll had a skirt over it, and then if you lifted the skirt up and put, another doll was on the other end.
I remember that one.
And she made that for me, and people used to do stuff like that. Let's bring the romance back. Let's think about simple living. It's nice, isn't it? I don't know how I got from this to simple living. I just did, all right? I just did. Now, where should we go? Simply go to. Ooh. Half drilled rounds is what I've got. Where's the glue? I don't have the glue. I've got the glue. I've got glue for it. Mags, you've got the glue. It was Mags.
Hang on.
There you go. She was sticking herself back together. Now, GS Hypo Cement, and could I bother somebody for a head pin or something similar, please? It's all right, Max has got some other. Thank you, darling. You were there. You were both there. We were a team. We were a team, everyone. Thanks, guys. You got my back, guys. Have a look. A half drilled round allows you the opportunity to make a stud earring, and you don't get the drill hole on the other side as well. But it also gives you the opportunity to put pearls in brooches. Now pearls, these are shell pearl by the way, which must have made out of shell. Pearls in brooches, very classic, isn't it? You're not just getting pearls, you're getting an array of clear quartz. I'm going to show you each one. I will take that one off. Ryan just went, do it now. All right, Ryan, I'm trying. This one's going to take maybe a skinnier one. Or not? No, it's not. It's going to behave. So you've got the, and actually this is a great thing with a clear quartz because otherwise you can see the drill hole that goes all the way through. In this instance, there you go, perfection. I've never seen a clear quartz like that. And then I've got black agate. Oh, I'm thinking Ascot hat pins, darling. Now you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of each, which equals 15. Now you also get GS Hyper Cement. This is a crafting essential. Anybody who gets craft, don't worry about using glues with jewellery. Jewellers do it all the time. It's a thing. It's a thing. People think glue. No, there must be a cleverer way of fixing it up. But the long and short of it is, there is another way, but it's not as blooming bindy as this. And this will give you that assurance that it's not going to pop off. It's super and it's glue. Have a look. Now, the great thing about this particular one, the GS Hypo Cement, is that it's got a precision applicator. Do you see? Which means that you can put that applicator into the hole and put it right in there. Okay, so you know you've got it where you want it to be. This is great. And this will not bomb fingers. Hands up, how many of us have used glue that's super and we've used it on the table and done that and then gone. My oak table at home, which is like this thick and was quite expensive, has my imprints on it from that exact thing. And afterwards my fingers were like raw for ages. It wasn't nice. Now this is a hobby glue, it's a craft glue. It's for model planes, it's for ceramics, it's for glass, it's for wood, for fly fishing, indeed, if you do that. £9.95 for 15 gemstones and for your GS Hypo Cement. Brilliant price tag. How much do you pay for crafting glues in ye old crafty shops? IHG C57. Do you know my gripe about going to that big craft store is? Where I live, the nearest one is Stevenage. You cannot, those car parks, it's designed in like these industrial estates because you're supposed to be able to park. I have to park blinking miles. I have to park by the chemist, the big chemist, just to get, it's miles away. Don't want to do it. Shirley and Murray, you've got yours. Gillian, you've got yours. Collector in Cheshire. Florida and Ayrshire. Elizabeth, you have yours. £9.95. IHG C57. Charity in the Netherlands. Oh, the Netherlands. You've been there, Max, the Netherlands, haven't you?
My mum's Dutch. My brother
Your
lives
mum's
there.
Dutch. Can you speak a little Deutsch?
Not great, no. We said lekker. Afrikaans Dutch is very
Yeah, very similar.
South African and Dutch is very similar.
Afrikaans is very similar.
Yeah.
To Dutch.
There was the Dutch went down to Africa.
I've never heard this story. I feel like I want to sit down
it's
and
a history
listen.
lesson. It's a start of many good and bad things.
We can't talk about politics here, but that's the thing. So Mags, everyone, is half Dutch. Your brother lives there too?
For 5 years.
For 5 years? She's out in the Netherlands all the time.
Living there at the moment as well.
Get out there, girl. Is it nice, the Netherlands? You're going in a few weeks. Is it lovely? Peaceful. It's peaceful, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love I've been to Holland. Is that the Netherlands?
Oh no.
Sorry. I never knew. I thought the Netherlands was like...
Denmark.
Been to Amsterdam, yeah. Oh, that... Yeah, and I've been to Anne Frank's house. That's the Netherlands. I'm so thick with history. It's like geography. Do you know... I went, right, I don't know, ever tell you this story all the time. I do not to this day know exactly where I was. I was in an airport, there were moomins everywhere and deer skins, right? I don't know where I was doing a job. I just went there. I was doing a magazine, I don't know where, I was just on this job that I was doing, right? And they paid me for, I was on a job, right? No, not that kind of job. I wasn't trying to assassinate anyone. I was doing like a feature for a beauty magazine. So off I trotted, and it was last minute, like, get over there now. I was like, okay. Went there, and I was like, someone's having a rave. They were like, that's the Northern Lights. I was like, oh, I thought it was a rave in the background. I thought, they're raving it up with the Moomins over there. Don't know where I was. Where was I? Where was I? Never even heard of that.
Reykjavik?
Tromso.
Reykjavik?
Reykjavik. Could I have been there? But there were Moomins everywhere. And when I stayed in the hotel, it was like an IKEA, but massive. Oh, other Swedish plates. I don't know where it was. Sweden, Helsinki. But where do the Moomins come from?
Sweden. I think
maybe I was in Sweden then. Can you see the Northern Lights from Sweden, can you?
I've seen them in Norway.
You saw them in Norway. I could have been in Norway. Anyway, you don't care where I was. Where? That's how they say it round here, because they're all a bit brummy. Have a look. Lovely rose gold colour. Sorry, jewellery makers, I'm so thick. 1 millimetre thickness. If my brother was watching now, he'd be doing that first case where a brother divorces his sister. 1 millimetre thick. I'm a lot thicker than that. And now your 1 millimetre thickness is brilliant for making rings out of. Sensational for making your jump rings out of. It's a wonderful wire for your structure. So, you know what, weave off it, weave from it, weave with your 0.4 or 0.6 with this. Is that where you would go with a 1 mil?
Probably 0.4 actually.
0.4.
Yeah. Either way, but 0.4 would be more flexible.
What kind of projects do you think, right, this calls for a 1 millimetre wire?
I think more substantial things like tiaras, cuff bases, maybe cocktail rings as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cocktail rings. And you can always use a smaller gauge wire to add in your gemstones. Now, you are getting 50 metres. 50 metres. For £11.95. Brilliant price tag. Make sure you're grabbing yours. Love the rose gold colour. E-coated, so it's hypoallergenic, so don't worry if you're a little bit allergics. GPP 052 is your item code. Lots of you coming in for this one. It's a very popular gauge, and it does sell out very, very quickly because it's so popular. Maybe it's your favourite gauge. Tell us why. Why is this your favourite gauge? Do you love the rose gold colour? Isn't rose gold great because it goes with so much and it's warm? It's warming, isn't it? Love it with rich tones. Love it with the paler tones as well. And the thing about 1 millimetre wires, you can hammer it too, so you can flatten it out a bit. You can make a torque necklace, hammer the end, and let the gemstone float there like magic. £11.95 is a great value price tag, especially if you go and research different wires, different colours. And in fact, a lot of people say to us that they've gone to get coloured wires in craft stores or in that that great big craft store, and actually it's not you don't get a massive range of colours. You get like 3 different colours and that's it. So here at Jewellery Maker we give you all of those different colours. You can really experiment with these, and you can make your findings with these. You can make infinity charms with these. There's such a lot you can do with it. Work harden it using the flat side of your hammer, texturise it using the dome side of your hammer. We talked about that earlier. Do rewind the show on YouTube as well and have a look. I've got a gorgeous pendant here. This is amazing, and look how well they go together. I love this. We're going to do this. Should we do her now? Hand carved. Phil says Jasper in quite a creepy way. Jasper. Can you go all the way through with that drill hole? Let me see. Or is it like... I'm not sure if it goes all the way through, so I'm going to check for you. Yeah, this is there's a hole in the top, but it doesn't go all the way through. And then there's a hole here, and that goes a bit deeper. So, is it supposed to go all the way through? Oh, no, it does. There's paper in the middle. Look. I thought, do you know why? Because I couldn't see all the way through it, so I thought, I'll try that for the jewellery makers, because get out of there, paper. What are you doing? There we go. Now, that's better. Shall I do with this straight away? I know exactly what I'm going to do with it. So I'm going to get my... actually, the mesh would look nice with this. So I'm going to get 2 strands of the mesh like that. I'm going to fold it in half. I'm going to put it around my neck like that. So there's nothing there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to thread my butterfly on, and then I'm going to put 2 gemstones on the end so it can't fly all the way off. And then sometimes I'll have it up here. Might knot it at the bottom. Sometimes I'll have it down there. Look, like a woggle. Love. Oh, this would make an amazing keyring charm. £4.95. I thought you were coming in at 14, 12, 95, 14, 95. Get 3 of them. Just do it. Do you know what? Handbag charms. These are going to be great for that. Keyrings. Angela Edwards, one of our guest designers, who is all about. Well, she's our business expert. If you're selling things out, and she will say your bread and butter are things like key rings, things that are giftable items, charms, key rings, handbag charms, because somebody can take that away, and a key ring isn't personal to what you're wearing, but it's something that you will take out every day with you. And you can charge something like £7 or £8 for it. Straight away you've got a profit. I definitely have loads of these. WQG P78 for your poppy Jasper, you've got 70 carats. Have a little look. I love the detail in this. The hand carving is superb. Sheila's got 2, Margaret, Ruth, Gillian. What would you do with yours, Hales Bells?
Well, I would also do a pendant, but a long pendant, thinking summery, beachy kind of stuff, and then layer it up with lots of charms and cluster beads. So lots of bright colours.
Like the oranges?
Oranges and the greens and the blues, and just have that as your statement feature thing at the bottom. So it's quite bohemian and quite, oh yeah, look at that.
Mookite will look amazing.
Yeah.
This goes together so well, look. There you go, everybody.
Yeah, that looks amazing.
They look fab. You have to get these 2 together. End of story. You're not supposed to be doing Mookite because we've got Australia Day coming up. Did you not get the email?
You're going to have to do your curly hair again for Australia Day.
Yes, I might wear my bikini.
And a scrunchie.
I'm not going to do it. I'm going to bring in my surfboard. I'm going to wear thongs.
In your thongs, yes.
That means flip-flops. They don't wear flop-flops, they wear thongs. Because they went, are you going to wear your thongs? I'm like, how personal. No, I'm a big knicker girl. No. No one wants to see me like that. They're like, I'm talking about your feet, darling. Sorry.
Flaming glass.
Flaming glass. I now love you even more, Hayley. Throw another shrimp on the barbie. £4. And what do you... Hang on, you just came straight in there with that... Look, just throw a price tag like $4.95 on my screen for a gemstone like Mookite that comes from one place in the world, Mooka Creek in Australia. That's the only place you can get it. Look at the colour tones. This is what I love about Mookite. The richness of the tones. You've got the raspberries in there, you've got the caramels in there, you've got the vanillas in there. It always makes me think of like a lovely pudding.
black forest pie with custard. That's what this is. Yum. This is a gorgeous strand. I absolutely love it with the Jasper pendant. So if you bought the Jasper pendant, you've got to have that strand too. And if you've got this strand, you've got to have the Jasper pendant, haven't you? FQP069, there are stacks of you coming in for this one. I'll love a bit of mookaite too. Make sure you're checking out your baskets. Suzanne in Oxfordshire, Sarzy in Cheshire too for her. She's a mookaite girl through and through. Yvonne, you've got yours. Collector in London too for you. Oksana, Philippa, Gillian. Cumbria, you've got yours. Frederick. Angela, you've got yours. Sarzy. Got mine. Stunning Rose Reed. I knew it already, Sarzy. You've got a psychic connection with Sarzy. I predicted that, well, I knew somehow that Sarzy collected sand, which really freaked out her husband, because I've never met Sarzy in my life before. And he was like, how does she know you collect sand? How? I hadn't broken into her house or anything, I just knew. It's absolutely beautiful here in Conway, North Wales. Can I just say genuine hair? Oh, thank you, Wendy. It's actually a mistake, this hair, because my daughter put it in plaits last night. And we had a meeting that went on for like 2 hours, and all I had to do was take my hair out. And I thought, I look like an 80s throwback. At £40.95. You're all right with it? Yeah, thanks. More positives than negatives, you're saying. I'm not very good with changing hairstyles, Phil, as you know. Don't you? I get funny about it. I've got a forehead to accommodate, you see. £4.95. Mine's a 7 head, yes, Philip. What is it they say? People in glass houses, Philip? Is that what they say? Imagine if you had a nightmare and it's just my forehead and your forehead kind of like circulating in a dream. That'd be awful. Your forehead is quite big actually, Philip. Oh, it's your head. Sorry, yeah. You've got a 62-inch head. I don't think you have. Oh, sorry, I thought I was looking at my inches like, there's no way. I looked at my ruler and I thought, and then he said it's circumference. I was like, nobody's got a 62-inch head. Are you sure it's not 62 inches? No, it's not. Nobody has a 60. He meant centimetres. That's what I was going to say. Phil, really, that's not, because you'd look like one of those crazy, like, you know, like Iggle Piggle. That's what you'd look like. It's a giant head. Wendy Conway, you've just started, the box of worms you've just opened. The can of worms. Imagine actually opening a can and there just being worms in it. Have you ever done that? Have you ever done that, Mags?
No, I can't say that.
Good. Well, similar. We all went on holiday once, and my friend Adam Bound, we went back to his house, and they'd left the jar of popular yeast extract spread open a bit. I went to make myself some toast. You don't want to have left that open in the summer. It nearly put me off eating that spread. Oh. It was full of the things that you put on the end of, well, it's full of maggots. Oh. I had to pick all around them to get my... It's like, for God's sake! Get my... No one's eating their dinner. That was a joke. I didn't really, I just ate them with them on. I never. Organic, yeah. But can I just say, I've been to the factory where they make that. Like, when in Cheltenham we used to have a brewery, and that big old flour light truck would come along, and when they take the yeast, it's got big fat slugs on the top of it.
Is that right?
Yeah, and they're green. Didn't put me off. Still eat it. Let's have a little bit of howlite, shall we? Howlite is a fabulous colour for the summer. Let's think about, look at this. Just put it with those bright colours, looks fantastic. It looks great with token. $4.95. Is it? If you gave someone one gemstone and said, facet that for me, please, how much are you charging? It wouldn't be $4.95, would it? You've got a whole array of these for £4.95. And they're in rondelles, which are so versatile. A rondelle will do so much. It will be a bracelet for you. A rondelle will be a necklace for you. A rondelle will work individually in a line, in earrings. You can put 2 or 3, stack them together, head pin at the bottom,
There you go. Rondelles are great for things like that. Rondelles are great for rosary linking. And in this size, they're nice and substantial. You can put literally anything with these and it works, doesn't it? Doesn't matter what colour elastic you use, doesn't matter what colour. Hey, these would look nice pearl knotted, wouldn't they? I think these look really nice pearl. Do you know what I would do?
With coloured thread.
Exactly. Do you remember the rainbow threads that we used to get? Because they change colour.
Yeah.
Knot it, and each knot would be a different colour.
Very cool.
One day, Rodders will be millionaires with all these ideas. IAP034 Kathleen, you've got 3. Cersei in Cheshire, she's in for this one. Justina, Oksana, Michelle, you've all got yours as well. You can do it on the phone lines. Numbers on your screen. It's a free phone number from a UK landline. You can do it on the webulate. It's JewelleryMaker.com. Have you got our app? Have you downloaded our app? Have you, Max?
Yeah, yes.
Good girl. Have you downloaded
Yes,
that?
I have.
Good girl. I'm guilty of watching Defoy whilst going around a popular German supermarket. Rai, you've got our app, haven't you? He's app happy. Philip, what about you? As if Philip can get to his phone with the massive armour that he's got on it. You've never seen anything like it. Do you remember when you first started it, you had like a brick of armour and then your phone? And I break my phone every week. But at least it's like... At least it's not giving me one arm back 20 times musclier than the other one. Quick, Phil, your phone's ringing. £4.95, IAP 34. These are 8 by 5 millimetres. Make sure you are checking out facets. Look at those, oh, I like those facets. Love the matrix on these too. Are you a user of, have you ever used Howlite?
I have, yes. And it's a good one to highlight other things with. So because of the neutral colour, as you said, when you've got other block colours, put a few of those in and it kind of neutralises things as well. But also it's really tonal. So you've got your greys in there. So if you want to bring out some darker stones, or that's gorgeous, or diamonds, you know, the diamonds that are the greyish and the browny and all of those.
The nugget of diamond, the rough cut diamonds that we've got. They'll look good with these. £4.95, everybody, and you're going crazy for this one. Antal, Diana, Lola, Sheila of the Channel Islands, Sally, Justina, Michelle. You've got to check out your baskets. You do get a 30-day money-back guarantee with everything that you shop for here at Jewellery Maker as well. Now, I gave you a little flash of me Labradorites there, so I think I ought to show you them in full bloom. Come and have a look. I love the blue. Now, Labradorite's a gemstone that gives you, again, more colours than that one. Initially, you've got a thundercloud colour, and then the lightning bolt hits you. You've got all these amazing blues, fantastic greens and purples. They're wonderful. I love these. I actually think these are going to look striking with your Tanzanite, aren't they? Are you going to put these all in one piece? How about you, Hayley? Have you used Labradorite before?
Oh, I use it a lot, actually, because it's that one stone that everybody loves because of the colours within it. It just looks more expensive than it actually is, and it goes with everything.
I think you're right about saying everybody loves it. I don't think I've ever come across anybody that doesn't love Labradorite. And I think once you tell anybody who's never seen it before, this is a real natural gemstone, they're suddenly really inquisitive about it. Are you sure it's natural? That hasn't been, that's not an effect with mica powders. It's not, it's totally natural. It's beautiful, isn't it? $4.95, the lowest price tag for any of our Labradorite strands, quite possibly. If that's got to be our lowest price tag for strand of Labradorite, hasn't it? £4.95. These are 6mm rounds. Let me talk to you about the versatility of a 6mm round. Forget that it's an amazing gemstone like Labradorite for just a second, and think about how these will go in earrings. That you can use these in a soutache technique, which is like a threading technique. It's based on a French kernel lapel. Have a little look into it. These can be used again. We've talked very extensively today about macrame and kumihimo. These can be used in that way. These can be rosary linked. These can go in anklets. They're not. You can build them up to make them bigger, or you can use them like this and make delicate jewellery. That's a great thing about a 6mm round. Bunch it up, bead it, ladder weave them to make them appear bigger, but keep it delicate if you want to as well. You can do the pearl style knotting with these and knot in between it with a nice dove grey kind of
satin cord, I think. Oh, the hemp cord would look lovely. £4.95. Did I say that funny? Oh. Right, I went, KYGP08. Now it's time, and I can't believe it's nearly 5 o'clock already. It's time for our amazing star buy. Are you wearing your posh pants right now? Because these... I've got 13 centimetres without tassels. I bet you I'm guaranteeing more. Now I'm going to give you diamonds. They are absolutely stunning. And this is the longest strand of diamonds that aren't rough cut I've ever given to you. I'm going to give you a massive price reduction on these as well. But this is our, that's it, last lot. I've only got a handful of these. 8 carats of diamonds, let's talk about that. What girl does not want a 1 carat diamond on her finger? 8 carats of diamonds. I'll tell you what's better than a 1 carat diamond piece is an 8 carat diamond piece. Whether you're going to put this into centimetre sections and break it up, whether you're going to put this all in one piece, whether this is going to be something that you create for someone very special, or whether this is going to be the strand that allows you to create one piece of jewellery that you charge £500 for. Show me a piece of jewellery on the high street that is 8 carats of diamonds that is less than £500. Show me that piece. I have never seen a piece of jewellery with 8 carats of diamonds for less than £2,000. If you charge less, your customer might question your integrity. Please make sure you get your certificate of authenticity with this exquisite strand. The most popular gemstone in the world. Diamonds. Diamond. Most popular gemstone in the world. Absolutely striking, this strand in your black diamonds. And look how long my strand is. And look how perfect these bicones are. Look how perfect they are. My strand is longer than 7 centimetres, actually. I'm going to show you. Mine's a lot longer. Now, we're guaranteeing a minimum of 7 centimetres. I'm just going to take this to my... I'm taking the tassels away. Do you know how much I've got? Do you want to know how much? This is definitely the right strand, by the way. I've got 12 centimetres. I've got 12 centimetres. That's nearly double. Well, it's not quite double, but it is nearly. This is naughty. This is naughty because the price is based on 7 centimetres. It's not. You get more. And I promise you I didn't count the tassels in that measuring, I swear to you. This is the most amazing. Do you know what I would do? Oh, I'd run a sterling silver head pin through this much of them, right? Just that centre lot. And I would eye loop either end. And then I would put the sterling silver chain that I bought today from the kit. I would put, and that's my pendant, right? That's all I want to do. It's really elegant, really expensive looking, and you could charge a lot of money for that piece, a lot of money. Now I need to let you know that not everybody is going to be able to get hold of this strand because it is very, very limited. If you love the diamonds, look at the price drop. You're getting a £60 saving today, guaranteed only. You can use your debit card, but we do take credit cards. Please remember that. You can put this on a credit card and you will have a 30-day, no questions asked, money back guarantee. If you want to shop high-end with us today, if you want to take your jewellery making to that higher level. If you, like Hayley, want to secure a career as a jeweller, then this is the kind of strand that I think would be a very good idea to include in your jewellery. A small section in earrings, a centimetre in each. Now I counted 12 centimetres in mine.
You take the smallest one and put them in earrings. You've made a profit. I'm seeing you popping this in baskets. Please make sure you're checking it out, because you know what? We don't have lots of this. This is an exquisite strand. It's an exclusive strand. And if you want exquisite, exclusive jewellery, you want to push your jewellery making skills from this level to this level. If you want the standard of your jewellery to go from here to here, then this is the strand that I think you should buy today. If you're shopping with us today, I think that, and you are looking for that career-changing strand, here it is. We don't have lots of opportunities. If you're at home now and you want to push your jewellery making to that bit further, you want to offer your customers that creme de la creme, that little mile extra, then this is your strand. $139.95. I agree, it's a considered purchase in comparison to the other things that you've been buying with us today. I'm never going to deny that, but this is going to be one of those strands that is going to offer you the opportunity to make a lot more money. I think. That's absolutely my opinion. Absolutely. Hayley, we don't have long, but have you seen these?
They're absolutely beautiful. I was just visualising what I would do with it. And I'm all about rings at the moment.
Yes.
And when you mentioned taking a section, I would actually do the same, but I would set it in gold or rose gold. And
yeah, because it really brings out the black of the diamonds. And I would rivet it on either end, so you've got like an abacus style ring, and it would just really look amazing with... I like that you said an abacus style ring, because now I visualise exactly what you mean.
Yeah, yeah, so you can have, I just think it'll look amazing with rose gold.
I love that. Thank you so much for all of your amazing input and your fabulous designs today. Really inspired so many of us, including me. When are you back?
I'm not sure my next show, but actually I've got a workshop coming up on the 15th of June.
And what's the title of the workshop?
Well, we're going to be doing talks, fashion statement talks and cuffs. And actually, Wendy told me I have to tell you that she's knocked the price down for this weekend. So
get yourself booking that one in. It's been great to have your company here today. I'll be back with you the same time tomorrow. Now it's time for Zina Broadbeaner.